Welcome to the 4th annual Grifties and the first ever live Grifty Awards. And now for your hosts, Uncle Hotep and Hotep Jesus.
Yo, no George, but I can't even breathe in this joint.
That's fucked up. He working on that Coon of the Year award.
Black people, am I right?
We've got some great categories tonight, including athletes.
We'll say what's up to your dad.
Season's COVID-19.
Who did you want? Hamlin? Hamlin's a sleeper. Hamlin's a sleeper.
Female, musical, celebrity, people's political grifty, the Hall of Fame, and a surprise category.
Y'all see we professional. We got the teleprompter and shit. And of course, the one everyone is waiting for, Grifter of the Year award.
From podcasts to movies.
DJ Protocol.
Yeah, DJ, that's the time to do it.
This is not a grift. I really think Lil Nas X is a gay demon.
How dare you?
Unlike most modern award shows, none of these women have penises.
Women shouldn't speak anyways.
Y'all picked the blackest room for a black. Paint the walls white so I can see y'all next time.
All coons look alike to me.
Some of you white people too. Some of y'all look like you came from 8 Mile.
We're halfway through, no one's been shot yet.
But I'm going to say at the Grifty Awards, there's only one person more arrogant, more self-assured than me, and that's Hotep Jesus.
Grifter of the Year. Clap it up for old Uncle Hotep.
Hopefully my kids will watch this and be inspired and stuff like that.
Fuck them kids.
I'm looking for my wallet. I'm like, oh, thank God he didn't take it. Thank God.
It's Hotep Thursday. The Grift Report starts right now.
2, 1, boom. Hotep Jesus.
Of all the Jesuses I know, he's the Hotepiest. Social scientist and YouTube host, Hotep Jesus.
How the fuck do you get a name like Hotep Jesus?
The one and only Hotep Jesus.
Ryan Sharp, better known to the world as Hotep Jesus.
Hotep Jesus. Hotep Jesus. Hotep Jesus.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Somebody said, what do you think you are, some kind of Hotep Jesus?
Ooh,
and
that's
I was
good.
Just like, ooh, that's sexy. Yes, I do think I'm Hotep Jesus.
I almost forgot to take my Apex. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, depending on where you are in the world. Welcome to the Grift Report, live Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. Eastern. I'm your host, the Grift God.
Hotep Jesus. Hotep Jesus. Hotep Jesus.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Oh, this a real Hotep brother.
Hotep to the chat. Hotep to the Hotepistanis.
Hotep.
What's up, y'all? It's everybody's favorite day, Hotep Thursday. Shout out to the chat. Who in the chat? Jay Pylon, Trader Crypto, is in the house. He's been dropping a lot of information into the Telegram. If you're not in our Telegram, that's where we talk that big money talk. If you want in on that big money talk, join our Telegram, link in the description box below. Dre Brown, Strong Dad, is in the house. Haram Life, Lauren says, shout out to the half-breeds. Oh, man, a few things I love more than a half-breed woman. Anyway, before I go on a tangent that could get me canceled, DJ Protocol in the house. What up, Champ? What up, Mark? Haram Life J. Hey, listen, if y'all members of the channel, I'm gonna get the full interview up for y'all today. I sent it out to my locals people. Some of y'all saw the clip last night. I posted the Royce White clip. If you guys have not seen that, go to my channel, or you're here now. Hit like and subscribe on this video, by the way. I'm supposed to tell you guys to do that as I prepare myself to be more professional with this show. But the Royce White, the first clip just came out. It is now out. There it is. Sharp Conversations is back. This is a 9-minute video. Go like, subscribe, comment on this one. Really, really, really good conversation. Very insightful. Make sure, Heather, you enjoyed that? Thank you, Heather. Heather's on my locals. Heather got, she saw the full thing already. She's seen the whole thing. Shout out to Heather in the chat. Justine Eisenhart canceled like that slip up yesterday. Just watch playback. Wait, what? I might have had to edit something because of copyright purposes. YouTube was like, oh, your video will not be displayed unless you clip this part out. So if you see, that's why you got to watch the live show or head over to Rumble. Rumble's got the full thing. But yeah, make sure you go check out that new interview from Royce White. Sonny Johnson in the house. We just came from her another scorching Twitter Spaces today. Shout out Goldstein. He said you used the F word. Did I use? Oh, I did use the F word yesterday. Yeah, I forgot about that. Thank you, Sarsup. So, without further ado, let's get into our first segment of the day. You already know what time it is. Men of Order Moment of the Day, brought to you by menoforder.com. Now, we're going to watch this video from Men of Order, menoforder.com here. It's a valuable lesson here, and I want you guys to take something home. And we're going to relate this to what Sonny Johnson was talking in Twitter Spaces, because many of these lessons from Men of Order can be applied in various areas of our life. This is Van Persie, professional football player. Let's take a listen.
So my son plays at Feyenoord. He played against Ajax under 14. He was on the bench. He didn't play. In the car, on the way back, he was like a bit moody, disappointed, complaining a little bit about others, about the coach, etc. And then I said, you sound like a loser, if you talk like this in a way. I said, you are blaming him, you're blaming her, you're blaming this, you're blaming everything. I said, but I don't hear one single thing about yourself. I said, winners said they take control and they blame themselves and they look where they can improve. You should ask yourself the question, are you a loser or are you a winner? You say that this is your passion, so you should take control of your life and stop complaining, because it sounds like a loser. I said, but if you want to be a winner, take control of your life and stop complaining about others.
This a real Hotep brother.
So what does that sound like to you, ladies and gentlemen? Can you tell us who his son sounded like? First person to tell us who his son sounded like. Shout out to Goldstein in the chat. Cannon in the chat. Who does that sound like? Who does his son sound like? For a chance to win a 1-month subscription of Apex. Who does his son sound like? Blaming others for their problems. Looking at everything else. Cannon just said it. Shout out to Cannon. Jaden, I'll give it to you because Cannon is in-house and we already gave Cannon some, he's already got Apex. We took care of him. So Jaden, you just won a 1-month subscription of Apex. Contact me. B Tom said, I need a Hotep rant today. I don't know if it's going to come today or tonight at the 8 p.m. show. I don't know. I don't know when I'm going to, it's something I can't control. I got to be honest with you. It depends on, what happens during the show and if I get triggered or not. If I get triggered, you're in for a treat. If I don't, then you're going to get the calm version of me. But yes, his son sounds like the woke right. If you're the woke left, you're complaining about white supremacy and the evil white man. And if you're the red wokes, what are you complaining about? If you're the red wokes, you're complaining about the Jews or the blacks or the left. They have no self-responsibility. Hold on a second.
Envision a sanctuary where community and sustainability are the cornerstones of living. In this haven, every family is able to grow their own food, children flourish through homeschooling tailored to unlock their full potential, and education extends beyond textbooks, instilling self-worth and a deep understanding of the world around them. Here, goodwill isn't just an ideal, it's the essence of daily life, where respect for law and order harmonizes with the community's resourcefulness. This place isn't just a dream, it's a call to action for everyone.
My bad. Just want to make sure we don't get any outside interference. But what Republicans, red wokes, red whites, what they need to do is woke right. What they need to do is they need to figure out or admit to themselves and say, hey, what am I doing wrong? What could I do better? What's wrong with the punditry class that represents us? And until you do that, you will get nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. Diecaster says, does HJ have a Candace fixation? I knew somebody was going to ask that question today. I swear to you, when I created today's topic, I knew somebody was going to ask that question today, and I was waiting for you. And I have a response, a very, very honest response. It's clickbait.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
When I put Candace up, y'all come. Candace is my grift. I need reparations for getting banned from Teep USA while Candace was there. The algorithm loves Candace. If I put Candace's name, Candace's face, a whole bunch of y'all show up. It's not my fault. Y'all got the infatuation with Candace. It ain't me. It's me understanding your infatuation. You came here to hear what I was going to say about Candace Owens. And don't you forget, I am the grift god.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
I grift the grift. Duh. That's why Candace is the topic so much. It's like Gotham Chess, right? Gotham Chess has 1 million videos titled Magnus Carlsen. And then he comes out and goes, yeah, I just put Magnus Carlsen up there because I get more views that way and because the algorithm bumps it up. You want me to be indifferent because Candace Owens gets bumped up in the algorithm? No, I'm trying to get this coin.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
It's clickbait, bitch. Gotcha. Welcome. Now you're here. Gotcha, bitch. See, the difference is I'm an honest grifter. I'm going to tell you exactly what I'm doing, what I'm going to do. Then I'm going to do it, and you're still going to show. It's just, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? Came for HJ, staying for Candace. Appreciate you. Shout out to my real ones. Hit the like and subscribe button. Oh, man. Shout out to... We hit our goal already. Alex Scott with the $25 super.
This a real Hotep brother.
I said I donate to the Hotepistan Fund if and when you help me out with questions I had on the TG bot. Thanks, but no thanks. I now find myself up late night checking deck screener charts on various Solana meme coins. Hashtag DGen. We got another meme coin addict. Welcome to the fam. If you want to become the next meme coin addict, hit the Telegram link in the description box below. Axel Foley said, is it nasty work if he's honest? That's a good question. That's a good question. Yeah, it's ethical grifting. The grift is strong with this one. He said, I have an infatuation with Candace. No, I've just realized that y'all do. So, you know, we're gonna use it. Lots of money went into the Candace Owens brand. Millions of dollars has been generated. Tens of millions, if not hundreds of millions of dollars have been pumped into the Candace Owens brand. And God damn it, I need to get me a piece. Y'all gonna steal all our vocabulary and the red woke and our ideas and Hotep Court If I don't get my reparations, I'm gonna take it.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
That's where I'm different from the rest of these Negroes. You know what I'm saying? Angelia says, soon we will have Candace grifting on HJ, grifting on Candace, Griftception. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. She's probably going to come out and be like, he's obsessed with me. No, I'm not obsessed with you. I just, I need the clicks. I'm trying to grow the channel. Hit the like and subscribe button. Hit the like and subscribe button as you watch this clickbait show. I ain't shit. But speaking of the grift, let's go to everybody's favorite segment, Grifter of the Day. Decepticon HJ. First of all, we're going to go to everyone's least favorite grifter. I cannot stand this guy. So yesterday, Charlemagne went on The View. And The View says, why haven't you endorsed Biden? Okay. And Charlemagne says, why do y'all need us to say this if we don't feel comfortable saying it? Whoopi Goldberg says, it's not we need you to say it. I think other folks need to hear. Who's the other folks? Who are the other folks that Whoopi Goldberg is referring to when she says other folks need to hear it? Why do they need to hear it from Charlemagne? Do they pressure their white guests to say, are you going to endorse Biden? This is the woke left. Okay. This is the woke left. And Charlemagne, I think he handles this fairly decent. I think he handles his line of questioning fairly decent. But, he basically goes on a diatribe, castigates Trump, uses the word democracy. He's like, oh, but Trump's bad for democracy. That guy is bad for democracy. And I'm like, yo, nigga, why do y'all keep... I know why y'all keep passing that word democracy around. You pass the word democracy around, number one, because you don't know what it means. Number two, because you know your constituents don't know. You know your listeners don't know what it means. So it's just ignorance perpetuating ignorance. Passing it around like a virus. Because people are assuming that democracy means you got to say so or some shit like that. Yeah, you got to say so till your ass get outvoted.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
That's how much say so you got. But it just goes to show you that The View is basically a propaganda program for the left. And these women basically, they haven't gotten a call because as we get this new balance of power, the left is there to, The View is there to maintain some support for the left. You can't just completely abandon the left. And that's what The View is there for. Now, let's get into the response. So the response comes from Peter Rosenberg, Hot 97, one of the greatest gatekeepers of hip hop radio. He's a white Jewish man, gatekeeping hip hop. Him and Ebro, two white Jewish men gatekeeping hip hop. It's another story for another day. But the reason why Peter Rosenberg takes the cake for being a gatekeeper is because of his father. His father, who has been a staunch Democrat, strategist, donor. He works for the Democrats. He's a Democrat operative. And so his son comes into hip hop, gatekeeps hip hop to keep the Negro mind in line. He's trying to play overseer. Problem is, we've already escaped the plantation. Okay, we already ran away, and he's trying to keep as many Negroes as he can in line. So he says, can people stop asking this dude what he thinks? Who cares? He is not a political mastermind. He is a grifter who hopes that if he leaves the door open, maybe he can still get some right-wing money. You know, it's funny. This is the racism of low expectations from the left. They think I had somebody respond to me like this earlier today, and basically saying something about. Actually, let me show that to you. So we have all of the context for this conversation. You guys understand, how these leftists think. But I threw this tweet out there. Coffee drinkers are crackheads addicted to caffeine. Right. So let's go to view engagements. Let's go to the quotes. And the quarter-ins grifting on it. We're going to talk about the quarter-in. We got Coffee Brand Coffee. All the coffee brands is in here. Okay. So now here's this brother right here. So he says, we all have our vices, my good brother. You're addicted to being contrarian in hopes of securing the far-right bag. Okay. And this is a black brother, allegedly. We still not sure, right? But this is how they perceive us. They perceive a free-thinking nigga as grifting for the bag. As if, number one, we can't get the bag on our own. So this is why we have this racism of low expectations, right? And it even comes from your own black constituents. See, black people, some black people have an inferiority complex, right? Just like the red wokes have an inferiority complex. And the inferiority complex basically says, I can't get the bag, so there's no way this Negro could get to the bag without grifting the right wing. Meanwhile, I'm the guy that came up with the right, the woke right catchphrase. But this is how they perceive us. It's like there's no middle ground. Black men are not smart. We can't create any income. Whatever. Now, the interesting thing is I like doing these things as social experiments, right? And just basically to provoke people into acting out of character so that the viewers can see how stupid humanity is, okay? So I said coffee drinkers are crackheads addicted to caffeine. And then I followed it up and I said watching people react negatively to this post as I make my cup of coffee is a guilty pleasure. So hold on, let me sip my coffee really fast. But I just like to show people everybody's a reactionary. Everybody's reacting. And at any moment, I can trigger the reactionaries. I see things on my timeline all the time I don't agree with. I look at it and I keep it fucking moving. Nobody really cares about my opinion except for the people that show up to this show. So I don't just provide my opinion unsolicited. My opinion comes at a cost.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Let's say that 2 more times. My opinion comes at a cost. My opinion comes at a cost. People don't value themselves. That's what this comes down to. People don't value themselves. They don't value their own intellect. They don't value their opinions. So therefore, they take their opinions and they throw them on the internet for free. Oh, not I. You got to pay for these opinions. You got to pay for these opinions. Why? Because my opinion is being monetized by the Elons of the world, by the Zuckerbergs of the world. So I've got to be very careful as to what food I feed to the machine. These opinions go into a data harvest. Your opinions are harvested and people create products and make decisions based upon the data provided. So people are out here handing technocrats the keys to humanity, the keys to your heart, the keys to your emotions, the keys to your mind. And that's why I charge for my opinion. That's why I charge for my opinion. Sunny says she responded, this is true. However, yours is funny, right? Like, I called them crackheads and you responded with the meme. So this isn't, this is a little bit different, right? It's different when you try to insult me or you get upset, because that's what some people did in the thread. They got upset and whatever. But, cracking a joke and having some fun. Even Goldstein here, he says, don't you ever tell the truth about us. And he gives me the finger, right? But this is all like fun and games. But there's some people who, they take offense to that stuff when you talk about, oh my God, how dare you talk about my coffee? But I do think we need to do a study on the European and coffee. I need to know what's going on with the white body. You see, with black folks, there's a couple of things you're not going to take away from us. One of them happens to be fried chicken. Okay? Fried chicken. White folks, it's coffee and steak. Coffee and steak, you're going to have to pry that out of white folks' dead, lifeless fingers. Black folks, hot wings and fried chicken. We all got our thing. But I believe we need to study. We need to start cutting open white people's bodies and trying to figure out why they love coffee so much. White people will attack you over that coffee, boy. I mean, look at how every single pundit has a coffee brand. How many white folks is in the chat? Y'all probably got 30 different brands of coffee. You got quarter-inch coffee. You got Black Rifle coffee. You got this coffee, that coffee. How much coffee y'all need? Nobody need that damn much coffee. Sonny said, white people got me hooked on coffee. Facts. White people got my ass hooked on coffee, too. That started with motherfucking Starbucks. Wingstop stock still on the rise? Yeah. Did I ever tell y'all that story? Let me tell you the story about how I figured out I should invest in Wingstop, and it's done great for my stock portfolio. I went on the internet, and I was on my Ali Shakur tirade talking about how bad fried chicken was for black folks, and I got attacked and dragged across the internet to the point where I couldn't even use the app for a day. My mentions, this is before you could mute a tweet. So I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to have to stay off the app for the day because I'm getting trashed. And I said, well, how do you grift off of this? And I said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to invest in chicken. And that's what I did, and it's done great for my portfolio. And I think this is a great way to view investments. If you look at humanity and find the things that they can't say no to, especially if it's a drug, you should probably invest in it. Okay? I'm white, Latino, and I don't drink coffee. But the Latinos is where the coffee coming from, so you're still guilty. Okay? You're still guilty. You can't survive a Republican convention without coffee? Shit, I'm going to need a spliff, too. I'm going to need a spliff if I'm going to mess with them Republican conventions. But anyway, coming back to Peter Rosenberg. What is wrong with me? Peter Rosenberg. Let's put it back on the screen. He thinks, first of all, they're competitors, right? 105.1, Hot 97, they're competitors. And, he just thinks that black men should just support Biden. I don't know why. I know why, because he's operative for the Democrats. But he believes that black men can't and should not think on their own. And if they do, there must be some monetary incentive. They believe that if a black man does not follow the Democrat script, it's because they're a sellout. Because they're willing, because they're looking for a check. What does that say about their view of black men? So in their minds, I guess they believe that black men are greedy. I guess they believe that black men are capitalists. Uh-oh. I'd like to hear from my callers. What does it mean? When we get to callers later, I want to know, what does it mean? Think about this long and hard. When they believe a black man can't think on his own, so he must be getting paid. What is that? How do they view black men in that instance? I would love to hear from the callers, because we could probably do a whole presentation on that. Rosenberg is not like us. That's facts. Anyway, let's go to our next topic of the day. I got a real grifty cat for you today. I never even heard of this fool. Simon Atiba puts this on the timeline. He says, breaking: black woman who planned Trump's rally in South Bronx for 4 long months, Latina Brown, says she's been pushed aside along with other black organizers at the last minute and has not been scheduled to speak today when Trump visits. Woke right. Woke right, back at it again. Oh, you done real good now, sister. Now sit down in the back. Sit down in the back. We'll take it from here. You done did all the heavy lifting. We'll take it from here. We don't need your support anymore. We don't need you to do anything else. We don't need to hear from you. The whites got this. Us whites got this. You Negroes have done enough. She tells me, Latina Brown, community advocate and South Bronx resident, started the South Bronx rally with Derek Gibson. Sonny, is Derek Gibson the nigga you was arguing with? Wasn't that the cat you was arguing with? She says black people aren't supposed to care about individual concerns, just the social impact of their skin. Oh, man. Diecaster, does HJ contradict himself, respond emotionally with the finger on the timeout button when challenged? Oh, Diecaster, guess what? Put your ass in timeout. You got a 10-minute timeout. Matter of fact, 30-minute timeout. Sit down and think about yourself for a second, motherfucker. You in timeout now. She says, I pitched the idea to Derek 4 months ago. No, that's not him? Okay. But he's one of them. Okay, gotcha. I pitched the idea to Derek 4 months ago, and he fully supported me because he believes in my vision for the Bronx residents. Immediately, we reached out to multiple leaders and united black and Latinos to lead this movement. Former state senator and former councilman Reverend Ruben Diaz Sr. responded quickly and said it would be an honor to unite the Bronx. The Bronx has been neglected for such a long time, and a small group of 150 people came out in total and made history. We got national attention, and the spotlight is now on South Bronx. Shout out to the PX. Derek is niggas for Trump. Oh, that Derek. That nigga's a fool. That name sounds fake. Look her up. What name sounds fake? As soon as niggas got a real gripe, shit gotta be fake. Come on, Chris B. What, yo, there's no way the woke right could ever do any wrong. We're always innocent. Nobody would ever still take credit for somebody else's work. This black lady has to be lying. She's black. Of course she's a liar. She's black. Black and liar. They're thieves. They steal bikes. Shut your dumb ass up. You sound crazy. I want to highlight speakers Reverend Ruben Diaz Sr., Latina Brown, Kevin Jenkins, Medellin Bram, Consuelo Davis, and Lou Valentine. Okay? It's such a shame to see Gavin Wax take credit for something he did not put together. I would expect that from the progressive Democrat socialists. Uh-oh. It comes back to my presentation. It comes right back to my presentation. I'm going to put it on the screen right now. Just so everybody has the reminder. I'm going to show you exactly why these people operate. And Sonny touched on this on the spaces earlier. But why is it that the woke right and the woke left seem to operate in an almost identical fashion? And the answer is quite clear. It's because of reason number 10. How to identify the woke right. They come from the same corporate and collegiate Marxist universities. And the thing about university whites is they have no fucking morals. And it's not like they just steal from black people. They steal from each other. So this isn't like a racist thing where I got to go steal all black people. No, they steal everybody's shit. Just like Thomas Edison stole from Nikola Tesla. All these people steal. Okay? They're notorious for being thieves. They say black people steal bikes, but they steal everything. If it ain't nailed down, they gonna steal it. Okay? Especially if it's an idea. That one thing, black folks steal bikes, they steal ideas. You tell me which one is worse.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
They learn the same lessons and they apply them differently. Correct. I done seen white people do some real grimy shit to each other. You know, I'm talking about like back in high school. I'm like, damn, you was just cool with him like 5 minutes ago. Now, as soon as you sit next to me, you kicking his back in. They would throw each other on the bus. They would tell lies, especially the women. Oh, my God. So this is par for the course. I would fully expect somebody to do the work, bring Trump, and then, you know, the people who think they should get credit come and get credit, you know. And then there's people in the chat talking about why make this a racial issue. And the truth of the matter, she didn't make it a racial issue. She made it a personal issue. She said it's Gavin Wax. She said his name Gavin Wax. It's not a racial thing. This is definitely personal. But this is how these university whites do. Okay, this is university culture. University culture is some of the worst culture on the planet, and a lot of it starts with, you know, they don't want to study for midterms. They don't want to study for finals. They don't want to do homework. They don't want to do, they don't want to write their term papers. And that culture starts from them stealing, right? And cheating on tests. That's where this culture of stealing comes from, okay? See, in Japan, they teach kids how to act at a very young age. In America, nobody ever learns how to act. So it begins in high school and it goes on and trickles into universities. And it comes down to, I'm about to write my paper. They look at my thesis and they steal my thesis and they write the paper. And then they even do some shit like blame me and say, oh, no, he copied off of me and he's black, so I'm going to get away with it. Or he's a man, so I'm going to get away with it, right? These are the games they play. So it's par for the course for these university types. And it's absolutely disgusting. Anyway, y'all favorite, it's time to talk about your favorite grifter, Candace Owens. Let's take a look at this clip.
And ever since I've been the target of what they call the Groypers, I just call them Nazis because that's what they are. There were things going out over our air that she was saying that were being at least received, I have to say, as being deeply anti-Semitic. So that Nick Fuentes, who is a virtual...
Deeply? Candace Owens, deeply anti-Semitic? I never got that vibe.
Well, Nazi. I mean, there's no space between him and what a Nazi would be saying.
There's no space between him and what a Nazi would be saying? I think the actual Nazis would disagree, but let's continue.
Was praising her to the skies. If Nick Fuentes praises me to the skies, I go out and say, no, I'm not on your side. I don't know what you mistook, but there was nothing coming back. And so it was becoming uncomfortable to be on the same station, the same venue where that stuff was coming out.
Cooley Bravo in the chat. Let's give Cooley a wrench. He's definitely up for Grifter of the Year after that stunt he pulled. Shout out to Cooley.
And so without ever having any kind of personal animus toward Candace, or even knowing what it was she intended. You know, I'm not even saying that was, you know, how she intended it to be received. It simply became impossible to have a good feeling about this place that I helped build and that I love very much and that I'm very proud of, you know, as an entity. And it was very painful to have that kind of stuff coming out over the air. And I did not want Nick Fuentes. I don't want Nick Fuentes' praise. I don't even want, I don't want him to have a happy day because of anything that I said. And so that was my basic reaction. And in that was involved the fact that some of this was being phrased in religious terms. And one of the ways this was happening was the phrase, Christ is King. Now, as I said repeatedly on the show, as Jeremy Boring, who runs the Daily Wire, said repeatedly, we believe this. We believe that Christ is King. I also believe in the cross of Christ. But if you burn the cross on somebody's lawn, it's no longer the cross of Christ. It's just a vehicle, a symbol of your toxic hatred. And so the way it was being used online as an attack on Jews, you know.
I'm going to have to just steal Sonny's take on this. I'm going to have to steal Sonny's take on this. because it's the only right take. See, when Candace was their darling and she was attacking niggas, I love that word when I use it. When she was attacking African Americans, FBA, ADOS, black people, Africans in America, the diaspora, when she was attacking us, oh, she was their little princess. Let's give her more funding. Let's give her some more vehicles. Let's put her on TV more. Let's give her a show. Let's give her a studio. And then the monster you created started coming for you now. Oh, now you wanna put Frankenstein down. Now you want to put Frankenstein's monster down. That's what this comes down to. You don't like that she's aiming at you. And I got to be honest with you. There was light. What she was saying was very light. It was rudimentary. It was far from anti-Semitic. You know, I done heard some anti-Semitic shit. And this is light work, you know. Even Nick Fuentes he's anti-Semitic light. You know, I've heard much worse from a lot of people, mostly white comedians. But anyway, yeah, I just cannot I cannot sit up here and say I do not enjoy seeing these people fight. I enjoy it. Because it's just like, look at what you've become. You've become. Everybody ready to say it? Chat, say it with me. They have become what? Jersey Demic said, ain't that fact? Shout out to Jersey Demic in the chat. They have become what? The woke right.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
This is the woke right. This is the cancel culture that the woke right demonized the left of. We are for free speech. Free speech, the First Amendment. We should be able to say whatever we want. Facts don't care about feelings. Remember that? Ben Shapiro? Huh? Lil B? Huh? You remember that? Squeaky? Oh, yeah. Mighty Mouse? It was facts don't care about feelings. Now, all of a sudden, feelings care about facts.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Now, all of a sudden, here come the Snowteps. Here come the Snowteps. Here come the red whites. Here come the red wokes. Here comes the woke right. Acting like snowflakes. Snowteps acting like snowflakes.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Snowteps acting like snowflakes. Producing cancel culture, the very same thing they vilified the left for. So when you ask us and say, oh, what is the woke right? Oh, you got to go ask the Daily Liar. You got to go ask Jeremy Boren. You got to go ask Ben Shapiro. That's who you got to ask. You got to start there. And ask them, why are they producing the same culture and antics of the left? Okay? Ask Lil B, yeah. Ask Lil B why he is acting like a snowtep. And we supposed to be concerned? What? You just trained us to not. Let's go to another spicy subject. This one really got the red woke's panties in a bunch. Oh, they panties is bunched up. Oh, man, and soiled and stinky. Oh, they don't like this. They don't like this. Got an update. Remember the little white girl? They got her ass beat. Says Kaylee, attack suspect, won't be tried as an adult after evidence of bullying emerges. Now we said We reported. Everybody said it. She was the bully in school. Now, last time I checked, everybody was against bullying. Snowtep's been told you. Facts. Everybody was against bullies. Oh, not unless the bully's a pretty little white girl. Cute little white girl. Hold up now. There's no way Kaylee, our beloved Kaylee could never be a bully. Look at her. She's so innocent looking. Well, let's take a look. 15-year-old girl accused of viciously beating classmate Kaylee Gain into coma will not be charged in as adult. As she shouldn't. The case will remain in juvenile court after the judge reviews the unnamed suspect's school history and met with the girl and her family several times since the brutal March fight outside Hazelwood East High School. Gain, 16, was left severely injured in the fight on March 8th. Disturbing video showed her attacker get on top of the teen, repeatedly bashed her. She woke from a coma several days later, still on the road to recovery. Says here, Smith argued that his client had a stable home, performed well in school, and had behaved well while locked up in a juvenile detention center. Gain is back home after spending months in the hospital after the brawl. She's doing well, but still suffers from short-term memory loss. I know one thing she won't forget. That ass whooping.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Oh, shit. Red Whites hate this story. Now, apparently, the girl that whooped the ass speak 4 languages. She got a 10.0 GPA or some shit like that. She's an upstanding citizen. And people are like, oh, just because she speaks 4 languages, she's supposed to be lenient. Well, yeah, bitch, if the other motherfuckers are delinquent. Huh? If the other motherfuckers delinquent, then hell yeah. Sonny said, I saw equality. Absolutely. That's what I saw. That's what I saw. They crying. Oh, because she speaks 4 languages and she was a good student. That means something. Yeah, it means something. In the motherfucking court system, it means something. If she was a thug toting a Thule, I bet you motherfuckers would have said something different. You would have said, look at this thug and her track record. What's the first thing that happens to a black person when they're in the media? What's the first thing these red wokes do? What'd they do with George Floyd? Oh, let's go look through his records. How many times has he been arrested? Let's go into his past. That's the first thing the red wokes do is go into your records so they can judge you. Now you go into this black girl's records and you come to find out she an A student. Now that shit don't matter. You motherfuckers is unprincipled.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
You unprincipled heathens. You ain't nothing but trailer park ghetto trash.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
You motherfuckers is as ghetto as Marjorie Taylor, big broly back, big bitch, built like a motherfucking garbage truck. That's what you. What do you say? A laundry bin. The bitch built like a laundry bin. That's what you motherfuckers is. Talking about her track record don't matter. These motherfuckers have jumped through intellectual hoops to protect their whiteness. And then tell you, I'm sick of you playing identity politics. The only reason why you sick of me playing identity politics is because my identity politics is powerful and yours is powerless.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Dems be the facts. Because you know when I play identity politics, we start to be about business. But when you start playing identity politics, you start acting like bitches. That's why you don't like identity politics, because it works for me and it doesn't work for you, motherfuckers.
I wish all the black people were as smart as Hotep Jesus. And I wish all the white people were as smart as Hotep Jesus. And I wish all the Hispanics were as smart as Hotep Jesus. Because that guy, he really gets it. He knows how to boil it down.
Thank you, Alex. Appreciate that. Blue Collar Intellect Coffee is the bourbon of non-alcoholic beverages. Appreciate you. Blue Collar Intellect, Becky can't be a bully. Look how wholesome and vanilla she is. Blue Collar Intellect says she gonna get a speaking spot at CPAC. Oh shit.
This a real Hotep brother.
Oh shit. Say, bring up the black boy they were fighting over and the snow taps get quiet. Big facts. Big facts. Big facts. These motherfuckers. I'm already getting hot. It's getting hot in here. Oh, man, I'm warmed up and y'all done got me. Oh, I done got warmed up. Now I got to deal with this. The quartering fucking report front and center. Fucking Marjorie Taylor Greene is built like the quartering.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Here go the quartering. If white people are mean to black people, you can try to murder them and face reduced consequences. The quartering. They got you on the white grift too, bro? It's a million grifts out here, Jeremy. This the one you choose? You just pray and spray grifter. You just spray and grift everything, bro. You just gonna take this. Matter of fact, I'm gonna have to reboot Cooley. Where is it? Because I had to post it today. I had to bring it back to life today. This tweet is dedicated to the quartering. Cooley Bravo, epic tweet. This one goes back to 2017. He says, Twitter, the only place where well-articulated sentences still get misinterpreted. You can say, I like pancakes, and somebody will say, so you hate waffles? No, bitch, that's a whole new statement. What the fuck is you talking about, Jeremy? The fuck are you talking about? You playing white identity politics. That's what you're playing. And the thing is, I'd have respect if he just came out and said it. Just say, I'm a white man and I'm defending her because she's white. But again, your identity politics is weak. It doesn't work. Because y'all over here on the internet crying about a high school fight. Oh, she got a reduced sentence. She got a reduced sentence. Oh, lock her black ass up. This the shit y'all on. Jeremy, come the fuck on, bro. You got to do better, man. You've got to fucking do better. If white people are mean to black people, you can try and murder them. Mean? The girl was a terrorist. That little white girl, Kaylee, according to the documents, was a bully. According to the documents, she was a bully. How are you supposed to treat bullies? You're supposed to defend yourself. If two high school students square up and they fight and somebody loses, well, guess what? Somebody lost. Should have put that motherfucker in BJJ classes. Should have gave her some boxing lessons, some karate or some shit. But if you square up the fight and you square up to fight somebody that's got 100 pounds on you, you got to deal with the consequences on that. But why is it they put all this stake into a high school fight? Because there's no fights out here that they can win. Because they're losing on every single battleground and every single front. So now we got to sit up here and argue about high school kids in a high school fight. When you enter into a fight, your life is at stake. These are facts. So you better make sure you got your homies around you just in case you are taking that L to stop the shit before it get out of hand. Or maybe you shouldn't engage in the fight. And I don't even want to do the reversal and say, well, if she was white, we're not doing all that. Facts of the matter is, the black girl was smart. She was doing what she was supposed to do. The other girl was a delinquent, and she got her ass beat. You know what I call that? I call that justice.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
I call it justice. And not like, justice in the sense of I went to court justice. I'm talking about karmic justice. God's justice. But you can't start no fight and then be mad when you can't finish it. I don't think some of these people got into fights when they was in high school. I know we did. That's what we did. You know, you took that shit out to the grass fields and you threw hands and then you walked home. You know, it's just simple as that. You know, Jimmy Dodd says spray and grift only going to get worse as more people go Hotep. They're losing their base, so their grift is going to get weaker. Talk to him. Talk to him. The Hotep power is rising. It is rising. And the growth is exponential. And they can't do nothing about it. There's nothing they can do. You know why? Because the ancestors got us. Because the left chose to grab the word Hotep and denigrate it. We saved it. So we got Amen Hotep from the 8th all the way back to his first, to his mommy, his daddy, his granddaddy, and all the other mummies out of ancient Kemet is behind us. You can't stop the ancestors. We are blessed. So everything you try to do in this realm, not going to work, because we win it in the spiritual realm. Because we only put out good in this world. Because we take care of ourselves and we take care of each other. So you cannot stop Hotepistan.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
And we take care of the people around us. That's what makes us solid. The blue collar intellect said, should have got lessons from Ralph Macchio. Oh, come on. Isn't that how that movie starts? Isn't that how that movie starts? He getting his ass beat. He had to go see. She better go see Mr. Miyagi. Here go Goldstein, favorite grifter. The term woke right is retarded and an oxymoron. So Elijah Schaefer, he's responded to me in the past. He's quote tweeted me. There's no way I'm responding to this guy. You know, why would I? Says the term woke right is a retarded and oxymoron. Fact check, not true. This political pronoun nonsense is overplayed. Okay. Then he continues on. He said, it's comical to watch them do this repeatedly. Almost always the Zionists, atheists, libs, feminists in the movement trying to keep white anti-Christian types from collectivizing because it's a threat to their big tent power hold. Predictable, permanently online weirdos. What did I tell y'all in the first video? They some crybabies. He crying. Why? Because they ain't got no power. He crying about somebody else's power. Hoteps don't cry about nobody else's power. We create power.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
We are power. We embody power. We are powerful. So we don't do this whole, oh, they got this, they got that. Nah, they steal from us. That's how I know we got the power. I know we got the power because they steal from us. The Zionists, atheists, libs. How you getting your ass beat by atheists? Somebody explain to me that. You got a God. You got a God, you got a Jesus, you got a Virgin Mary, you got Noah, you got Moses, you got Ham, Japhet, you got everybody. You got Noah, you got John the Baptist, you got Joshua, you got Jacob, you got Yakub, you got all the whole Bible behind you. And a nigga with a God is whooping your ass? It might be time to start questioning your church.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
It might be time to start questioning your Bible. Or maybe you've already begun questioning your faith.
I wish all the black people were as smart as Hotep Jesus. And I wish all the white people were as smart as Hotep Jesus. And I wish all the Hispanics were as smart as Hotep Jesus. Because that guy, he really gets it. He knows how to boil it down.
That's what it comes down to. Maybe it's your faith that's shaky. Schaefer? Shaky Schaefer. That's your new name. Shaky Schaefer. Because your faith looks shaky. Okay? Yeah, Jeff, I agree. Stay Gold Radio, thank you for the $5 super. He says, sounds like she found out about the old Negro mantra. Don't start and won't be none. Somebody teach white girl Rick how to squabble. This is what I'm saying. Don't start now and won't be none. It's that simple. That's the rule. Fuck around and find out. The Zionists, the feminists, you getting your ass beat by a bitch with blue hair? Where they do that at?
Oh, this a real Hotep brother.
You getting your ass beat by a motherfucker without a god and a bitch with blue hair and a nose piercing. Oh my God. Oh my God. Blue collar intellect. I'm not reading that, but thank you. Appreciate you for the super. The whole chat sees it. Rather than coming up with stupid new catchphrases and a massive circle jerk, it would be best if they were honest. They want multicultural, neoliberal society and hate the idea of whites and non-Judeo-Christians having power in their homelands. Pretty simple. Don't complicate it. Oh, he wanted him. Oh, he wanted him. Oh, this nigga trying to take the Jew out of Christianity. You can't take the Jew out of Christianity. That's their book. You can't take the Jew. Matter of fact, we're going to handle this right now. What language, chat? What language was the Bible written in? You motherfuckers is reading the Bible in English. Huh? What language? These niggas ain't reading the book. They ain't reading the book. What? And I ain't talking about, you know, the remix. I'm talking about the original book. Not the one written in Greek. I'm talking about the original book. What language? Hebrew. You can't take the Jew out of Hebrew.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
You pray to a Jew, nigga. Your God is a Jew. How you gonna take the Jew out of Hebrew and your God is a Jew? You motherfuckers need to love the Jew. If it wasn't for the Jew, it wouldn't be no you.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
I'm on fire today. I had moringa in the shake today, by the way. If it wasn't for the Jew, it would be no you. That's what these motherfuckers need to realize. I done did presentations on this shit in the past. And until these red wokes get it through their thick skull, if it wasn't for the Jew, it would be no you. How about that for a red pill? How about that for being motherfucking woke?
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Nigga, what is wrong with y'all? What is wrong with y'all? Niggas pray to a Jew, got a Jew on the wall. A dead Jew on the wall that they pray to on the cross. And they're going to sit up here and say they want to take the Jew out of Christianity. You can't take the Jew out of Christianity. You got to take the Christianity out of the Jew.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
That ain't make no sense, but that shit made sense. Huh? That's the problem. You keep trying to take the Jew out of Christianity. No, you need to put the Jew in your Christianity. Put that Hebrew back in there. You need to read, you motherfuckers need to learn how to read Hebrew. I don't even want to talk to you about the Bible until your ass knows some Yamashiach and Yeshua. Y'all out here calling nigga out of his name. The nigga name wasn't Jesus. That wasn't his motherfucking name. Then you mad at me because I'm Hotep Jesus. Tell me, oh, you think you some Jesus? Well, first of all, that wasn't his motherfucking name. Can you call the motherfucker his real name first? Don't make me call Bryson on y'all. Huh? Huh? What's wrong with y'all? Holla at me when you learn some Hebrew, Elijah. Holla at me when you learn some Hebrew. Then we could take you serious. Stop being anti-Semitic.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Moving on to our next segment of the day. It's time for the Super Dap Dap of the Day, brought to you by Super Dap. Time to get into some big brain shit. Oh, we gonna crack some minds today. Elijah wants that Kenny G Jesus. Shout out to Blue Collar Intellect. Hey, listen, if you soft in the ass, pause. Just leave right now. Just leave right now. Just leave right now. It's time to start bursting some bubbles. Now, this is refresher information for me. If you guys never, we'll talk about the book later. Let's go to the TikTok.
History is a lie. How was George Washington and his family described during the Revolutionary War? To better understand who George Washington was, let's read from Nicholas Marcio, Earliest American Ancestor of George Washington, by John Bear Stout. Page 1. Quote, "For there was a distinct French Huguenot strain in the lineage of George Washington. It came to him from his first American ancestor, Nicholas Marcio, a Huguenot refugee who came to Virginia in 1620. This infusion of Huguenot blood into the Washington family is of special interest, both to historians and to psychologists. Let's refresh our mind on who the Huguenots are. From History of the Conquest of Spain by the Arab Moors by Henry Copy, page 445, quote, "It has been asserted that, when the Moors were driven out, thousands took refuge in the south of France, who afterwards, abhorring the Roman Catholic persecutions, became Huguenots, and that of these many emigrated at a later day to South Carolina." End quote, it is said. Fully 3.5 million Moors, or Moriscos, as their descendants were called, left Spain between 1492 and 1610. Over 1 million Moriscos made their way to France, where the vast majority of them became Huguenots. It is in France where many of the last descendants of the Almoravids, as well as other Berber groups, settled. We now know the first American ancestor of George Washington was a Huguenot with Moorish ancestry. With that knowledge, let's read how George Washington was described by English officers at the beginning of the Revolutionary War. From George Washington, A Biography, Volume 2, page 239, quote, "On the basis of Van Horn's description, added to what the traitor had said casually in his letter of himself and of his military position. What tall, dark officer was there in America, 38 years of age, unmarried, who had an aide-de-camp and was going to participate in the expedition against Fort Duquesne? The only officer who was known to Lord Loudoun's informants, as in any way answering to this description, was Colonel Washington." On the next page. When the colonel was returning from the visit to General Shirley in Boston, Loudoun consequently asked Kennedy for a description of the Virginian Washington. Said the captain, "Was a man about 6 feet high, of a black complexion, with black hair, which he then wore in a bag, looks like a foreigner, a strong man." End quote. This image is said to be a contemporary painting of George Washington and his Moroccan assistant. Does he look dark, complexioned, and wearing his hair in a bag like we just read? Through my years of research, I find it amusing how beside many paintings of whitewashed individuals, there is often a brown or dark person beside. It's also interesting how the assistant is said to be Moroccan due to Washington's Huguenot Moorish ancestry and him wearing his dark hair in a bag. Apart from George Washington's description, the book also confirms dark complexion and black complexion are synonymous at the time for describing someone with a darker than brown complexion. In his younger years, Washington is also described being of a weathered ruddy complexion, a darkish red. Now, let's read how his stepdaughter Mary was described. From Mary and Martha, the mother and the wife of George Washington, page 119. Quote, "That sweet young woman, the dark lady, as she was called, because of the deep brunette of her complexion, also came to be regarded by the poor and the afflicted as an angel of mercy. I don't mean to insult anyone's intelligence. Everyone knows what complexion means. This word has not changed since its first use in early modern English. However, some people might still get confused because the word brunette has indeed changed in the early 1900s. So, let's read from an early modern English dictionary published in 1768. Brunette. A woman with a brown complexion. Complexion. the color of the face. We have seen in our previous video how the men fighting in George Washington's company when he was still Colonel Washington looked like. Majority of the men were Europeans of dark complexions, just like Washington himself. Mostly from the British Isles and born in the colonies. There were also some from Germany and Holland. Now we are going to look at the whole company. The words underlined in red describe soldiers with pale or fair complexions, while those in brownish yellow describe melanated soldiers. And blue indicates what foreign country the soldier was born in. Right from the start, we can see the first sergeant, Reuben Vass, joiner by trade, born in Virginia, is dark complexioned, while the second sergeant, James Littlepage, carpenter by trade, born in Virginia, is fair complexioned. View the rest at your leisure. You can easily pause the video before we change pages. The vast majority of these soldiers are...
I think y'all get the point. Now, when I was a young boy, I keep telling y'all, I didn't turn Hotep. I was born Hotep, okay? I was born and raised in this shit. There's a book right here my daddy made me read. It's called The 5 Negro Presidents, according to what white people said they were, by J.A. Rogers. J.A. Rogers has some phenomenal works, by the way. Probably just buy all of these. But he's got phenomenal work. J.A. Rogers, one of the ancient Hotep historians, also from Jamaica. Shout out to all my Jamaican massive. Big up. You know. Go get you a copy of that book. You can get it on Amazon. It's a short read. It's got all the sources and stuff cited. Keep telling y'all we was here already. We was here. No matter, you cannot escape the nigga. You can't escape us. We've been all through this shit. Okay? All through this shit. All right? Let's go to the next story. We ain't gonna spend too much time on that. Let's pull this up on your screen right here. Listen to this motherfucker. This old as dirt motherfucker.
But the long-term objective of the crypto billionaire bros is to create a new currency, and they've named it well. Cryptocurrency literally means hidden money. And
that's not what crypto means. That's just not what crypto means. That's not what it means. This nigga is definitely one of them 1984 communists. Oh yeah, he's a D. There it is right there. Pause. Democrat, California. Should have known.
If it ever becomes a currency, it means that we will not be able to enforce our tax laws except on wage earners.
You hear that? You hear what their argument is, right? We want to take your money and crypto won't allow us. Let's be clear.
And we will not be able to enforce our laws against child and traffickers, drug dealers, and those who violate our sanctions.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I ask you a question? When was the last time you went to your fucking drug dealer and he was like, hey, can you send me some Bitcoin? Who the fuck sells drugs and does digital transactions? You know how dumb you gotta be? You think Pablo Escobar would have said, hey, I would love to publish this illegal transaction on the blockchain where everybody can see this transfer of $1 million in X currency? Where they do that at? Everybody know when you grab a dollar bill, is residue of cocaine on that motherfucker. Because cash is for crack. Cash is for drugs. Cash is for hidden transactions. So what he's describing is not cryptocurrency. What he's describing is cash, because cash is the only private means of transaction. Unless you're using Monero. Monero is pretty much the only privacy cryptocurrency nobody talks about. But anyway, the rest of the cryptocurrencies are public. They're public. You got to go through a lot to hide what you're trying to do. And if you're doing something illegal, it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. It just, I mean, like really, what are we about? Like, what? I can't even begin.
Now, the crypto bros have a lot of money. They make money by literally making money. They spread it around.
You hear what he just said? They literally make money by making money. He said they make money by making money. Now, chat, could you please tell me who makes money by making money? Can anybody in the chat please inform me on who makes money by making money? Ken Hotep said, Cash App, $ crack dealer. The Fed. Thank you. Thank you. What our entire financial system is predicated on, the Fed. And I'm going to tell you how that works. I'm going to tell you exactly how that works. Let's just start at the printing level, okay? After they do their treasury bond exchange or whatever it is, whatever securities they choose to exchange for the creation of money out of thin air, those monies go to the banks. Okay? Now, those banks purchase real life assets. And the CEOs and all the executives purchase real world assets. They take the fake money and they buy real shit. They take fake money and they buy real shit. Then they fuck up the whole game and got to get bailed out. And then who pays for it? We do. We're not the ones fucking creating money. They are. But now that we are creating quote unquote money, they're like, oh, hold up. You niggas not allowed to create money. Only we're allowed to play this game. You guys aren't allowed to play this game. You're not allowed to create money. And I showed y'all before, according to the government, money is whatever the government says it is. What they deem currency is whatever they say is currency. So if they don't say it's not, if they don't say it's currency, it's not currency. Okay? I'm going to let them finish. Then we're going to go right to the next story. Then we're going to go to phone calls. Text Hotep your name at 202-596-5631. Go get your Patriot Report, Unmasked Conspiracy and Money and War. Thank you, Pun. I'm almost slipped. Patriot Report, Unmasked Conspiracy and Money and War. I wrote a fucking book on the central bank. You going to try and pull wool over my eyes? You old ass boomer? It's bullshit. You can get that shit off them other motherfuckers. You can't get that shit, pull that wool over the eyes of a motherfucking Hotep.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Around all Washington. They had Sam Bankman-Fried do it.
Oh, Mr. Second largest donor to the Democratic Party, that Sam Bankman-Fried. Mr. Second largest donor next to George Soros, Sam Bankman-Fried. Mr. I just took a picture with Maxine Waters, Sam Bankman-Fried. Mr. Democrat himself. You talking about the Bankman-Fried family that came up with the statistical model that helped the Democrats win the presidential election? Is that the Sam Bankman-Fried you're talking about? Literally created the statistical model to show the Democrats where it makes sense to put the money. So not only did they get the money, they showed you where to put it. The Sam Bankman-Fried family. And then that's the same patsy you gonna use in an argument against us, your guy. Oh, this is nasty work. This is nasty work. Oh, this is nasty work.
Now he's in jail. Others have stepped forward. They've got a PR campaign. The Lakers don't play at enforced tax laws arena. They don't play at an arena dedicated to law enforcement. They play at crypto.com arena.
Nigga, that's who paid the bills. If I get some money and I go, yo, I'm sponsoring the team, well, guess what? It's going to be called the Hotepistan Arena. Coming soon, motherfucker.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Wait till we buy an arena and motherfuckers got to say, tonight at the Hotepistan Arena. What? I'm going to have all the waitresses walking around like it's motherfucking ancient Kemet in that bitch too.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Huh? The fuck is he talking about? Get this motherfucker off my screen. Speaking of the motherfucking Fed, got some good news. At least I think it is. Can't be too sure. Bitcoin Magazine says just in, bill to ban the Federal Reserve from issuing a CBDC passes the House. Now, this is all, it's theater. I hate to break it to you. It's like a celebration, but it's like you're celebrating a win, but it's not really a win because the CBDC's already here. They just haven't said it yet, and they haven't done the things that they're going to do to make it a CBDC. So it's like a win, but this should have said bill to ban the Federal Reserve passes the House. That's what this should have said. Just ban the whole motherfucker. That's what this should have said. You know what I'm saying? But at least they're doing something, I guess, you know, pretending like they're doing something, you know. And then I saw another congresswoman. She said, oh, we're going to build a cryptocurrency army in Congress. And I'm like, oh. Now, I know a lot of people are happy because numbers go up. Yes, our portfolios, if you're holding crypto, your portfolios are probably going to see a higher return because of this news. I get it. I love it. That's cool. Over the long term, Congress and crypto is like oil and water.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Congress and crypto does not go together. I'm going to tell you right now, Congress and crypto does not go together. Let's go to the motherfucking phone lines. Text Hotep in your name to 202-596-5631, and I'll be right back after this short, brief commercial break.
Welcome to the 4th annual Grifties and the first ever live Grifty Awards. And now for your hosts, Uncle Hotep and Hotep Jesus.
Yo, no George, but I can't even breathe in this joint.
That's fucked up. He working on that Coon of the Year award.
Black people, am I right?
We've got some great categories tonight, including athletes.
We'll say what's up to your dad.
Season's COVID-19.
Who did you want? Hamlin? Hamlin's a sleeper. Hamlin's a sleeper.
Female, musical, celebrity, people's political grifty, the Hall of Fame, and a surprise category.
Y'all see we professional. We got the teleprompter and shit. And of course, the one everyone is waiting for, Grifter of the Year award.
From podcasts to movies.
DJ Protocol.
Yeah, DJ, that's the time to do it.
This is not a grift. I really think Lil Nas X is a gay demon.
How dare you?
Unlike most modern award shows, none of these women have penises.
Women shouldn't speak anyways.
Y'all picked the blackest room for a black. Paint the walls white so I can see y'all next time.
All coons look alike to me. Some of you white people too. Some of y'all look like you came from 8 Mile.
We're halfway through. No one's been shot yet.
But I'm going to say at the Grifty Awards, there's only one person more arrogant, more self-assured than me, and that's Hotep Jesus.
Grifter of the Year. Clap it up for old Uncle Hotep.
Hopefully my kids will watch this and be inspired and stuff like that.
Fuck them kids.
I'm looking for my wallet. I'm like, oh, thank God he didn't take it. Thank God.
We got Aunt Bailey, co-founder of menavorted.com on the line. What up, bro?
Oh, this a real Hotep brother.
My man. Listen, bro. Coffee is definitely a white people thing.
Coffee's definitely a white people thing?
Yeah, you ever deal with a white woman who hasn't had her coffee?
Ooh. Ooh.
I would argue it's worse than dealing with a woman at her time of the month.
I know what you wanted to say, but go ahead. I know you want to talk about Shaniqua real quick. It's all good. We give you the pass. That's crazy. Bro, a white woman without her coffee in the morning? Oh.
This is the thing about coffee, right? Coffee in America, rarely anybody drinks it black. It's really milk and sugar, so it's really a milkshake.
That's true.
And that has all the additives and shit. And people are addicted to that shit.
They addicted to. That's a good point. They're addicted to multiple substances. Now you have a glucose and a caffeine addiction.
Yeah, and like Dunkin' Donuts and Starbucks, they put all those syrups in there and all that. So it's like, you take a sip of that, it's like, damn, this shit is good, and it's doing something to the chemicals. It really just fucks us up. Because I used to drink them every once in a while, and then I'm like, damn, I think this shit is fucking me up. And it's starting to get low quality. But like, I'm like, why do I feel like I need another one as soon as I'm done drinking it?
Sound like crack to me.
Yeah.
It's something in it. It's something in it. You know, I love Starbucks. I try to go easy. I try to go easy on the syrup, though.
I don't know if you could even hate on Starbucks, because that was really the catalyst. The Hotep?
Exactly. It's like I can't separate myself from it just for that one reason. I got to be honest with you. Last time I went there, I'm like, I'm only going here because I'm married to it. You know, like,
Because it's like a bad relationship.
It's a bad relationship. I'm in an abusive relationship. So what I like to get is double shot of espresso with honey, or I'll get a cap. I'll do a cap, but I do get the syrup pumps, but I try not to go overboard. I think my shit is set to like 2 pumps or something like that. I definitely shouldn't be doing it. But you're absolutely right.
Yeah,
that shit is fucking.
Like 5, bro.
Yo, don't. Yeah, you can't.
6, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't do it on that OD on that syrup. And you know, I worked in restaurants, so I know about them syrups. You know what I mean? When people start doing like this in your drink, it's not a good thing.
Exactly, man.
Yeah.
My best advice to everybody, just, you know, tune into the smoothie diet, get the Apex going. We may or may not be running the sale this weekend. Stay tuned. Keep your eyes open. And we got big news coming soon. So tap in.
Tap in, menofwater.com. And we may or may not have a new product coming soon.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
All right, bro. Appreciate you, man.
Peace.
Hotep a boot. We may or may not have a new product coming.
I wish all the black people were as smart as Hotep Jesus. And I wish all the white people were as smart as Hotep Jesus. And I wish all the Hispanics were as smart as Hotep Jesus. Because that guy, he really gets it. He knows how to boil it down.
Thank you, Alex. I really appreciate that. I appreciate you. You are the fucking man.
Call from Murphy's Law Rescue.
Go, Stain.
What up?
What up, bro?
Man, first of all, how dare you equate the fine Arabica bean to Pablo's other exports? Cocaine.
Well, that's where you taking this? Where your shit come from? Morocco?
Man, I get it wherever I can get it. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay.
Right? And for all you people out there, listen, the only thing that belongs in that fucking cup is the Arabica bean and water. If you're doing anything outside of those 2 ingredients, you're doing too goddamn much.
Okay.
Arabica bean and water. I started drinking coffee as a pre-workout in the joint. I didn't fuck with it until I got locked up. This big nigga named Booger Wolf. Yeah, hey, Booger Wolf, shout out to Booger Wolf. He was my first celly. This nigga looked like he jumped off the weight pile, and that's just him waking up in the morning. Big nigga, dark, had a fucking gold tooth with a diamond BW in that motherfucker. All right, he was the one who hit me to the coffee. And I ain't looked back since. I was 18. God damn it, I ain't looked back since. Right?
What was his name? Yeah. Big Booger Wolf?
Big Booger Wolf. That nigga looked, that nigga looked every bit of a booger wolf, too. If you could imagine in your head what a booger wolf looked like, that was that nigga. But I digress.
Shout out to Booger Wolf. I don't want no problems with a nigga named Booger Wolf, yo. You got it. You got it. Now, so where's Arabica coffee from? Where is that from? Is that Morocco?
That's the name of the bean. That shit is an Arab shit. They started growing it in the mountains of Peru and shit, but that shit is Arabic. That's the origins of coffee.
Right.
Yeah, they introduced that to the world, man. That's them Arabs. That's why well, I ain't even gonna get into it. But yeah.
So we got, let's see, it says coffee Arabica, also known as Arabica coffee, is a species of flowering plant in the coffee and madder family, presenting about 60% of global production is that type of bean. Highly caffeinated, robusta bean. And it's grown in the forests of South Ethiopia and Yemen. So it's very African in origin. This is African. What did I say? I said Morocco. I was way off.
Yeah.
It was all the way on the other side.
It's just another example of them stealing our shit.
Yeah. 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 You know, the huge. You know, the snow taps.
But hey, listen. As far as this Candace Owens shit, right?
Okay.
And she's kind of lumped in there with this.
Candy girl, you are my world. My bad.
I just think that, again, it's all good, like Sonny said, if you dogging niggas, but you better not, right? You better not go down no other lanes with that one. Not the lanes we don't want you to. But here's the thing with Candace Owens, though. And here's the thing that most people just kind of seem to want to ignore with this whole thing, right? Yeah, she got fired from the Daily Wire. Yeah, Kanye West got canceled and lost his Adidas contract. And ain't neither one of them motherfuckers moved off of any way they was living prior to what they said. Neither one of them. So at some point, you have to ask yourself, because we all know what the fuck real cancel culture looks like.
Yeah.
But at some point, you got to ask yourself, are these the villains that they want us to have? Right? Are these the way that they can properly frame what is and isn't anti-Semitic? Because I heard this fool call, of all people, a Mexican, a Nazi in that little clip you played. Nick Fuentes. Right? Are these not the boogeymen that they're constructing for us? Because I know Nazis. And Nick Fuentes ain't no motherfucking Nazi.
Oh, this a real Hotep brother.
He's about as much of a Nazi as Candace Owens with that lame ass shit she was talking about is a fucking anti-Semite.
Why you calling him Mexican?
Well, it's in the name. Fuentes. Yeah. Well, I mean, listen. Would he have as much credibility if his name was Yahimbe, like Nick Yahimbe? Right? Don't let the fact that Spain over there in Europe fool you. Because them is niggas. All right? But that's a whole nother thing.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother history lesson.
Yeah.
At any rate, what it all boils down to is it seems like they want to construct these fucking boogeymen for us.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the most egregious thing that these motherfuckers do, the Fuentes's, Kanye's, the motherfucking Candace Owens, is that they lend credibility to those individuals by way of them being Jewish in the first fucking place.
What you mean?
That's all I'm saying on that. Because they're the ones who saying, look at the Jew, and all the while, motherfuckers like myself, like yourself, well, I don't want to put you in that. Like myself, I'm only speaking for me, looks at those same people that they're saying, look at the Jew, and saying, wait a minute, those aren't the Jew.
Yeah. It's a limited hangout.
The biggest thing they do is lend credibility to that lie, even if it's in a negative way.
That's a good point, right? Because it's just like, you fired Candace Owens because of Nick Fuentes? That doesn't even make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. So it has to be the propping up of that entity, Nick Fuentes. The Groypers. You know, they say he's a Nazi. I'm like, no, he's a Groyper. I'm pretty sure he's a Groyper, right? Like, I'm pretty sure that's what he is. And we shouldn't call him anything other than a Groyper. You know, trying to, mix brands with, if you want Nazis, go to Ukraine.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Uh-oh.
You know what I'm saying? If that's what you want, let's not get too boisterous here. But using a whole other person as a reason to part ways with another person, basically saying, if you don't condemn him, we're going to, like, nigga, what he got to do with us? He ain't got nothing to do with us.
I tell you this, Andrew Clavin, he's woke as fuck. Woke as fuck, Andrew Clavin. That's what you are.
He mad woke.
Man.
He mad woke. He's super woke.
Man. Now, as far as this little girl, right, who got her head cracked, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Refresh my memory on this, because it's been a year, little over a year. Right?
Yeah.
So I may be seeing this foggy. I don't know. So correct me if I'm wrong. But what happened to the black bully on that subway train in New York?
Daniel Penny, I think his name is.
Yeah.
He put his lights out.
The terror of the subway, the bully, as it were, of the New York subway for some years. I remember the stories.
Yeah.
Right? What happened to him? What was the sentiment of these same, oh my God,
he was a hero.
Look at what happened ass motherfuckers? Right?
He was a hero.
I think that's around the time that I first heard the term fuck around and find out, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh man, damn, you right.
This a real Hotep,
shit,
brother.
I hate when Goldstein's right. Oh my God. I think that's when they took the term and ran with it.
Oh my damn. And now all of a sudden, that term and all the rest of their goddamn principles out the window. Boop, that quick.
Oh, that's nasty work. Not Daniel Penny. They ready to book him for CPAC.
Yeah. Huge motherfucking dude in the sphere of the conservatives. Huge personality there. Right? Now, I want to close with Elijah Schaffer because I like that. Right? Elijah Schaffer, I've said this before on this show. I'll say it again. HJ reiterated it. You can't be a Christian and be a white man. Right? You can't do it. And what I mean by that,
brother.
What I mean by that for all the people in the fucking chat or anybody who might hear this, who is a white person and is a Christian, you're not a white person. You're a Christian. But when you want to be a white person, when you want to be that guy, my race, my people, when you want to be a white man, you cannot be a Christian because your lineage goes back further than Christianity. Not to mention the fact that your God is not a white man. So then, with that being said, I'd like to take just a couple minutes to juxtapose what real white men believe versus what Christians believe, because they are diametrically opposed. All right.
Okay.
You have something called the 9 virtues.
Yeah.
Or the Odinist values. Right.
Okay.
Number 1 on that list is strength is better than weakness. But in Christianity, the meek shall inherit the earth. All right?
That's true. That's true. That's true. That's a good point.
Number 2, courage is better than cowardice. Okay? But you are to render unto Caesar what is his.
Uh-huh.
Now this one is a little different. Joy is better than guilt, right? Because you can have joy in the Lord, but outside of that, you must always have the understanding that when you are teaching people to come to the religion, they must be convicted of their sin first. They must feel that guilt, and then they can be joyous in the Lord.
Oh, this a real
but
Hotep
not
brother.
until the conversion takes place. Okay? Honor is better than dishonor. Again, we're rendering on to Caesar. Not to mention the fact that it is dishonorable to do a number of things that don't fall within the exact sphere of Christianity. Right? So if you want to gain honor for yourself, like being a white man, they felt like kicking ass was honorable. Right?
Okay.
You can't go with that mentality into Christianity. You'd be shunned. Right?
I see what you're saying. I see where you're going here. This is some warrior tribe shit. Yeah.
Freedom is better than slavery. We all know what the fuck the New Testament was used for in this country during the fucking slave trade.
Oh, here we go.
We all know that it condones slavery. And in the later versions, they'll say, well, it meant servant, so you were paid. No, in the original version, it uses the word slave. You must pay your slaves. You must be righteous to your slaves. Yeah, you can't be an asshole to them, but you can still have them, motherfuckers.
Right
but
there.
the white man believes freedom is better than that. Right? Kinship is better than alienation. But the Bible tells you, if you're a Christian, the kinship you have is with the church. You are to alienate the rest of the world until they come to Christ.
You know what this is starting to sound like? Hotepistan.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
That's because there's some universal principles that we've all tapped into.
Yeah.
Every race has tapped into these universal principles, but one specific one, I'm not going to mention any names, decided to make doctrine that would guide people away from those principles, as it were. But that's a whole nother thing.
Okay.
Realism is better than dogmatism. Christianity is the only 100% dogmatic religion on the face of the planet. It's the only one that does not allow for any other way for salvation other than itself.
That's true.
That's pure dogmatism. Vigor is better than lifelessness.
Number 7 is a
Again,
big one for me. Number 7, I got to be honest with you. We got to stop right there. We gotta stop right there. Hold up.
Oh, this a real Hotep.
We gotta
brother.
cleanse the chat. Hold up.
Alhamdulillah.
Let's cleanse the chat real fast. Realism is better than dogmatism. This reminds me of Terrence Howard this week, and I see a whole lot of the science is settled guys coming out the woodworks. Questioning his work. See a lot of that. I see a lot of that. I don't see a lot of extrapolation, though. I see a lot of disagreeing with no extrapolation. If you don't got the extrapolation, it's rhetoric. It's opinion, and that shit's worth nothing. And you just gave it to Elon for free, so what are we doing? You know, it's not number 6. It's not kinship is better than alienation. It's not that. It's dishonorable. It's not joyful. It's pure weakness and cowardice. That's what it is.
That's right.
And
the last one? Oh, go ahead.
Number 7 hit home for me. Go ahead.
Oh, the last one, ancestry is better than rootlessness.
Ooh.
Let me direct you to one of the core tenets of Christianity.
Oh, don't do it. Don't do it.
Galatians 3, verse 28. There is neither Jew nor Greek. There is neither slave nor free. There is neither no male and female, for you are all one in Christ. So if your root is not there, then all the rest of that shit does not matter in the eyes of the Christian.
Yeah.
But in the eyes of the white man, it's better to have your ancestry.
Mm.
So tell me where any of that, those 9 virtues, lines up with anything in Christianity, or for that matter, anything within the woke right.
Mm.
Get your life together, white man.
Mm.
AKA Elijah Schaefer. I'm out.
Hotep and Bill.
Hotep and Bill.
Oh shit, Sonny on the line. Oh, it's about to go up. It's about to go up. Hold the fuck up. Sonny's next. I don't care who's waiting. Sonny's next. Ladies first. I'm a feminist, motherfucker. Oh man. Goldstein done burnt it down. These niggas out here following Jesus, the white man following Odin. These niggas on some next shit.
Call from
Sonny.
Sonny. What's happening? What's happening? Welcome. Happy Hotep Thursday.
Thank you. Like, I don't know. I know you got your 2 ladies that you keep on your arm with AOC and Candace. So I've been talking shit about your AOC, so now I come to poke at your Candace.
Here we go.
So here we go. This is what we got. This is what we got to listen to. So we're looking at now, and they're talking about, like Candace was canceled for anti-Semitism, and now everybody is supposed to be talking about that shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the reason her ass got fired from TPUSA.
Mm.
In the first fucking place. When she went and she gave a speech and she said basically, if Germany had just stick to killing all the Jews in Germany, and they hadn't tried to kill the Jews in Poland and all the other Jews, if they had just stuck to the German Jews, then everything would have been okay. Right? Now, if they was about that life, when she said that shit, that's when her ass would have got canceled.
Right.
Right? Because
Yeah.
I think that that's a big enough thing. In fact, that is when she got fired.
Correct.
All of the college campuses that are in TPUSA wrote letters to Charlie Kirk and them and was like, if y'all keep this bimbo, basically they described her in the most unintellectual manner fucking possible. If you keep this bimbo in place and you keep letting her speak for us, these are all the white kids, all the Jewish kids that's in these little groups. This ain't black people doing this shit. They said, you keep this bimbo, we are going to disassociate our branches from TPUSA. So you going to lose your college network if you keep this bimbo.
Right.
So they fired her. Right?
Okay.
Was there any talk about anti-Semitism from her firing from TPUSA?
No.
Was there any? There was like zero uproar.
No.
Because at that time, they still had the ability to shut niggas down.
Correct.
So they decided she wasn't a nigga they wanted to shut down.
Right.
Right? Kanye come out, you see him, you see what they did to Kyrie, you see, like all of them, those are the niggas that need to be shut down. But this nigga, no. This nigga making us too much money. So this nigga don't need to get shut down. Then they switch her from TPUSA to motherfucking Daily Wire. Now, Daily Wire is all Jews. So she just got fired from TPUSA for talking about the Jews. And Daily Wire is like, hey, you know what'll be great? Come over here.
Right.
So
wait, you missing one. You missing one. PragerU.
Well, I don't even know why she got fired from PragerU except she dumb as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, they wanted a nigga to regurgitate history. She can't do that.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the fuck. Maybe y'all heard why she got fired from PragerU. I don't know.
But that was the first reboot. The first reboot, they tested her out over at PragerU. Some reason, I guess it didn't work out. And then she went to Daily Wire.
Well, I mean, come on. As soon as they got rid of her, they brought in CJ. So PragerU ain't,
Yeah. Yeah. They ain't starving for,
is, after she gets kicked out of TPUSA for what the people deemed as anti-Semitism,
yeah,
the Jews come pick her up. She ain't canceled. She ain't put on status or put on. No. She's employed by the Jews.
Yeah.
That tells you about everything you need to fucking know about what these people are doing. Tells you everything you need to know about what they're doing. Because if they could keep their white and Jewish base and keep Candy, that's what they were willing to fucking do. They didn't care how anti-Semitic she was. They didn't give a damn that every time she opened her mouth having anything to do with the Jews, she said the exact same shit. They didn't care about any of that because it was too much motherfucking money to be made. Right? Now.
That's nasty work.
Now, Daily Wire is established. Daily Wire is on solid ground. What they need the nigga for?
Are you saying that Candace built Daily Wire?
What they need the nigga for now that they solid?
Damn.
The nigga was only there to keep nigga heat off of them. That was the only reason it was there in the first place. Now they solid. What they need the nigga for? Right?
Damn.
Now, mind you, they understand it's money in the nigga.
Yeah.
So they finished with the niggas. Don't get me wrong. They gonna hire a new nigga. But they just can't handle this problematic nigga they got over here. Because they didn't give this nigga too much power. Now this nigga think that power can be used against them. It ain't got shit to do with Christ is King. It ain't got shit to do with any of that shit they said it had anything. You nigga talked back to Ben Shapiro. You nigga wanted to start fights with white people instead of staying in your nigga colony. Your problem is you think you're white.
Ooh.
We done made you believe you were white. We done made you feel like you have been accepted by the white. Right? You are part of the white. You're one of us now. Right? We made you feel that way. And somewhere along the line, you forgot you was a nigga. So let me remind you that you are, in fact, a nigga. And that's what you are seeing right now. So this has nothing to do with anti-Semitism. I don't think this has anything to do with anti-Semitism. It's just that you came into my house, I gave you a seat at the kids' table, you picked your plate up, put it at the main table, and thought you was going to fucking sit with us. That's not how this works. That's what she's getting. She is having her ultimate nigga wake-up moment. She is having her nigga wake-up call. There you go, Free Nuts. She is having her nigga wake-up call, and that's what the fuck this is. And now we supposed to run and protect you because all of a sudden you remembered you was nigga. No. You should have remembered you was nigga a long time ago. It's a little too late for you to come back to us crying nigga now. Right? We don't see nigga. We see the Star of David on your ass. We don't see nigga. We see your white hood. All that shit you wanted from the get-go, we see that shit on you now. And now you want to come back and play nigga. It just don't seem right to me. Because if you want to cancel her, you probably want to cancel her when she said, if you just killed the Jews in Germany. That would have been a good place to start.
Word.
But the nigga was making too much money. And the nigga had us in the right, no, we got to keep the nigga. We got to keep the nigga. And this is what they did with all of our hip-hop stars until our hip-hop stars said, wait the fuck a minute. Get your hand out my motherfucking pocket. What the fuck is you doing? The minute they said that, they had to be reminded they was niggas. Candace getting that same exact treatment. And I don't think it could happen to a nicer fucking person. So I'm going to sit here and I'm going to watch as her kindred, as her people kick her ass from the motherfucking table and has black people look at her like, fuck around and find out, nigga, please. I'm happy with this space that we're in right now. And I'm even happier that you get the grift off of it. Because she shouldn't be the only nigga making money.
I need some of that paper too, Sonny.
Right? So the Jews ain't gonna give you the money straight up.
Nope.
So fuck it, do around. Get the nigga that the Jews will get the money to and make the money off that nigga. Hey, what's good?
What's good? I need my cut, nigga. I need my cut. If it's a grift going down in the park, I want in.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Fuck that.
And like you could see, nobody survives their first Jew thing, right? Your first Jew experience, don't nobody survive it. Not only do you survive it, but you get hired by the Jews. So you come out fully anti-Semitic, and then you get hired by the Jews. So to me, like I said, this ain't nothing more than her trying to put her plate on the big table, and they told her take her ass back to the kiddie table and remember who the fuck she is.
Not the kiddie table. Oh, man.
Oh, this is a real Hotep brother.
There's only certain conversations you can have.
Correct.
Right? Certain shit is not acceptable at the kiddie table.
Yeah.
That's why she needed to stay at the kiddie table. Because then when she came to the big table and she started talking that shit, everybody realized, like, who the fuck do you think you are?
Yeah.
Like, do you understand what you are to us? And so now we are just getting a blanket thought process of what the fuck she is, and what the fuck they think of her. And I just watch. They're gonna pull another one. They're gonna get another one because the niggas bring them too much money, and they need the defense.
Yeah.
So when they are racist and they're doing their race baiting shit, they need the nigga to be their guardian. They need the pit bull.
Yeah.
They need the dog.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But
Protect
once
us.
the dog bites the owner, what happens to the dog?
That's why they don't like pit bulls.
Oh, this is a real Hotep brother.
Oh, man. Go off, Sonny.
Right? So all she is now is the dog that bit her owner, and now her ass is gone. kind of wanted to make that extremely clear, especially as she tries to worm her way back into niggerdom. We don't want you. We don't want you here. You know, us niggas is fine. We over here being ghetto on our own. We don't need you here. We good. We got this.
This reminds me of my tweet this morning. I said, woke right is also when you hate the pit bull breed. And she said that's exactly who they go get. That's why they don't like them.
Secondly, one more thing about your woke right.
Mm-hmm.
I hope everybody understands as far as listening to why I am so upset about it.
Mm-hmm.
I know, like Hotep and all y'all don't need no defense. Y'all got your own shit. Y'all can handle y'all shit. Y'all grown men.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the fucking ideas.
Mm.
They take, they steal, and they bastardize the ideas. The ideas is what move everything we do forward. That's why it's necessary for them to steal them. And I would not have a problem with them stealing them, except when they steal them, they bastardize them. They don't tell you our words and the intention that we spoke them. They change the intention of the word to fit whatever conversation that they're trying to have. And in doing so, they destroy and bastardize the idea. That is the shit that we cannot let stand. That is the reason we have to fight back and we have to call them out and we got to keep their fucking boot on their neck or our boots on their neck. These ideas are transformative. These ideas are saviors. These thoughts that we have are the Renaissance, right? This shit is important. But they're not even smart enough to understand what the fuck they're stealing.
Facts.
These niggas are stealing gold and using it to line their flower bed. Because they don't understand what the fuck it's meant for. You know what I'm saying? They are stealing valuable commodity.
Damn.
And then putting it in the dog tray. You get what I'm saying? That's the part. That is the fucking problem. We need the ideas to spread in the context that we set them, not in the way that you bastardize them. So just them taking our words and using them is not a fucking enough.
Yeah.
If they are not putting the real ideas and context behind what the fuck we are saying. So I will say to everybody listening, don't give these bitches an inch of breathing room. Don't let them think they are getting away with shit. Let them know, make them understand, you fuck with us, you're going to find out. And every single one of them should be afraid of that. That's all I got.
Sonny Johnson, Sirius XM. Make sure y'all subscribe. Yo, let me get some chef emojis in the chat if she was cooking. If you think Sonny Johnson was cooking, let me get some chef emojis in the chat. It's Hotep Thursday. It's Hotep Thursday. The energy is in the air. Who knows what the show gonna be like tonight? Oh my God. Oh my God. If this out of Thursday is starting out, tonight's show's gonna be insane. Let's go to our super chatters. Blue Collar Intellect. We're going to go to Blue Collar Intellect in a second on the telephone lines. He's on the telephone lines waiting. He said he's advocating for a theocratic ethno-state. The first Christians were Messianic Jews. Elijah wants that Kenny G. Jesus. Jeff Curtis. Shout out to Jazzy. HJ on fire today. Thank you for the $5 super.
Oh, this a real Hotep,
That's the bro. That's the bro right there. Pun, $5. Got some of them Trudeau bucks. HJ with the shout. Get the book, y'all. It's never too late. Get the book, Patriot Report, Unmasked Conspiracy, Money and War, available on Amazon and HotepJesus.com.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Thank you, Alex. Jabaria Judah, $10 super. It says the slave Bible the slave masters gave then had 90% of the Old Testament edited out. Can't have those slaves learning about freeing themselves from slavery, Moses, and going eye for an eye. It's nasty work, Jabari.
Oh, this a real Hotep brother.
Shout out to all my
Hotep.
Tribe of Judah folk. You know. Let's go back to the callers. Strong Dad said he wants to be a part of Caffeine Defense League. Caffeine Defense League calling in. The CDL is calling in. Caffeine Defense League. I'm going to check the trending topics just to see what's trending. Black Ops 6. Is this oh yeah, this is a FPS, right? Oh, wait, hold on. Wait, is this new or? I might fuck with this. Never really liked that board.
Call from
Strong Dad.
Strong Dad.
What up? What up?
What's good, yo?
First of all, man, I got a caffeine addiction, man.
Do you?
Yo, I'm telling you right
You're
now.
a crackhead.
It's bad, bro. I drink the pre-workout and a cup of coffee. 2 cups of coffee when I get home.
Yeah?
Yeah. My
Damn.
wife was actually talking to me yesterday when I came home from work. She told me that she wants me to quit caffeine after my next show, and I mean, she's probably fucking right.
You gotta do the we gotta get you some flow. Remind me to add flow to your subscription. I'll get you some flow.
Yeah, but yeah. No, I mean it's definitely and
Flow got caffeine in it. Flow got caffeine in it.
I'll cycle on and off caffeine, so
Yeah.
I can stop caffeine whenever I want. But it's something of it. You know, I used to sell drugs and shit, ecstasy and shit like that. So like just like the high feeling that caffeine gives, it's like, I don't know. I feel like maybe that's why I still drink it, you know, kind of just for fun.
Okay.
It doesn't even keep me awake.
Yeah.
For real. But first of all, I got 2 things. First of all, the Nazis, Mexicans and Nazis, here's one thing that we got to understand. They're interchangeable. A Mexican can be a white supremacist and a white person can be in a Mexican gang. And if you don't believe it, go to a Colorado prison and you'll see white dudes with bald head 13 tattoos. And then you'll see, or you know what I'm saying? And then you'll see the opposite. You'll see white or Mexican dudes with white supremacist tattoos. They love each other. They fucking love each other. They don't. So even though Nick Fuentes isn't technically a white supremacist, they'll fucking accept that nigga with open arms. Let's just be real here. But I sent you a DM in Twitter.
Okay.
Because I wanted to correct something. Okay, it's a 4-minute video. I would probably not show the very, very end, but fuck around and find out actually was patented at my protest when a fucking infiltrator shot a Patriot nigga in his face after being told fuck around and find out. It went viral as fuck, and then that became the phrase every time somebody got fucked up. But you can actually see the video itself in your DM.
I see it. It's 47 seconds.
Yep.
He got popped?
He got popped. So the black dude is arguing with this white there's like white counter protesters, Patriot niggas. And the Patriot niggas arguing with the black dude. And the black dude, they break up the fight and he turns around and he says, fuck around and find out loud. And literally within seconds, you hear a gunshot. And what ends up happening is when they break up and the black dude turns around and says that, as that's happening, one of a dude who works for like a reporting agency, that's why I said an infiltrator, he started a fight and pulled out a gun and shot the Patriot dude in the face. So it happened simultaneously. Yo, it was wild. It was wild. But that's where that shit got coined. I just wanted to throw that in there.
Oh, all right. I stand corrected.
Candace Owens, Sonny
boy.
cleared that up, so I ain't even got to mention that shit.
Yeah.
Sonny got.
She says she's sitting at the kiddie table.
You know what? And it's crazy because in my notes, I wrote down that I think that Candace doesn't have a place right now. And so she's just letting herself be used as like a football between organizations and until she finds somewhere that she thinks she can control the whole narrative and everything about her.
You don't think?
I just think she's
so.
lost.
You're saying she's a free agent and nobody's picking her up?
I'm saying yes. I'm saying she's a free agent. No one's picking her up, and because no one's picking her up, she didn't expect that, and so she's letting herself and her name just be used until she finds a home. Because I think she's smart enough to do what she does, but I don't believe she's smart enough to find her own home. I think she's one of those people that has to be picked. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about her knowledge of her own utility, but I don't think she's covered that point yet. I think if she did, she'd already have a place to be right now.
Okay.
So,
Interesting.
I mean,
Interesting.
We'll see. But I think Sonny was pretty much 100% correct. And then the last thing.
She said she want to come. Now she want to come around and play nigga. Oh, my stomach
she can't
tightened
be
up.
nigga. She can't play nigga. She's not accepted. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to. You're not allowed at this cookout. No. But the last thing, you said you were eating some organic chocolate, right? And you're talking about it being gritty, right?
Yeah.
I gotta put you on a link. The guy who sponsored me for my last show was actually a chocolate store. I painted his store and he sponsored me. And he gets his beans, he makes the chocolate there with whole ingredients. Everything is fresh. There's nothing processed. He makes it in his shop, right? Like 5 blocks from my house. And he's about to start doing online orders. But I've had a lot of organic chocolate. This shit is not gritty. He's got hundreds of different kinds. It's smooth, delicious. You wouldn't believe that it's really organic when you eat this shit. But he actually legit makes that he buys the whole bean, everything, makes it right there in his shop, man. I'm telling you, it's better than almost any other organic chocolate I've ever tasted. So
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? He's spinning up his online. I'm gonna give you a link. You know what I'm saying? You should try it out.
Send me the link. Send me the link. It'll be my next purchase next time I need chocolate.
Oh yeah. But other than that, I got nothing else. The quartering is a bitch ass nigga. Hotep and Bill.
Hotep. Blue collar intellectual calling. He dropped a bunch of super chats. Let's there goes another one. Let's let him in real fast. Candace is the conservative Kaepernick. I mean, she's just the DEI hire. You know, that's the you know. She was like she's the biggest DEI hire. She is the biggest DEI hire. Maybe in history. I think she might be the biggest DEI hire. Is there anybody that was a bigger DEI hire than her?
Call from
Blue collar intellectual.
Yo, Blue.
Hello?
Blue, what's up, man?
How you doing?
Life is good, man. Thank you for the super chats, man. What you got for us today? Turn me down. Turn me down in the background. We gotta do this like on the radio and shit.
All right. Let me do this real quick.
Yeah.
All right, you got me?
Yeah, I got you.
All right. So I'm not dig into the whole Candace thing because I think like previous caller says, Sonny got that. I will say the grift ain't working. You can't go back in black.
You can't go back in black. Damn.
Can't go back in black. She's like the conservative Kaepernick. She made her statement. She stuck her flag in the ground. Now nobody wants to put up with her shit, and she can't get drafted. She can't even get a pick in the combine.
So you agree with that she can't get picked up?
Nah, I don't think she can get picked up because right now she's taking too many positions that are directly contradictory to herself. And now every time she comes out and tries to take a position, there are too many people online who got good memories and can just post up receipts. So I think the only thing that she could really do right now is go the same route as Red Pill and Pearl and Myron Gaines and all those dudes, or do what Nick Fuentes is doing and try to do her own underground thing. So I don't think she's going to get picked up with an organization.
So you're basically saying she joined in the X division because you got Con Inc., then you got the X division.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I can think of is that Elon gives her a platform on X.
Yeah. Yeah. So she's joining X Division.
Yeah. But Nick Fuentes, dude's not a Nazi, but he's a problem in his own right because I swear, for as long as that kid has been out, he'll have a couple pearls of wisdom, and then all of a sudden the rest of it will be dipshit stuff that'll come and override everything that comes out of his mouth.
Well, isn't he like 22 years old or something like that? How old is Nick
Yeah,
Fuentes?
and
he's like
he's like
8 years old.
24. Yeah, I think he's like 24 years old, 23 years old now.
Yeah.
But when he came out,
25
he
years
started
old.
out.
Okay.
Yeah, 25. So he started out running up the circles like everyone else does through the Turning Point Factory, and then you start getting axed out of there. And unfortunately, the same thing, what I warned the left was going to happen is as you started canceling all these people on the right, you end up creating this ecosystem on Rumble and all these alternative platforms where all these people who got canceled were all starting to aggregate. And then it became the enemy of my enemy is my friend. And if you got canceled and I got canceled and I'm a truth teller, therefore you must be a truth teller and have something worth listening to. So that makes you my ally, when in reality, the conservative movement as a whole, and I mean real conservatives, not the woke right, Nick Fuentes is very much a part of the woke right, the same way a lot of the people, because he's advocating more for social conservatism than he is for conserving any principles in government.
Yo, why is the chat roasting everybody today? Oh, man.
Like that, I mean, that's just how it is. If you start advocating more for social conservatism and using the government as an authoritarian wing or authoritarian propaganda wing or the enforcement mechanism for your ideology, you are the woke right. So, and that's why you see like Jack Posobiec and Charlie Kirk and all these people are trying to rebrand your idea and your concept and use it to sort of escape the branding and put it back on everyone who's against them. Because right now they're trying to use their platforms as the arbiters of who's good and who's not. When in reality, these are the future neocons.
The future neocons.
Oh yes, as soon as they get power and the money starts going their way, they'll be advocating for war in some country filled with brown people, and they'll be advocating for, taking away your video games because those are violent. Banning Grand Theft Auto again, as if we didn't already go over that shit. Banning pornography, and hey, they might even get rid of coffee, which I'm drinking a black coffee right now because coffees go with cream, but it's better when it's black. The quote. I've got a quote low down dirty shame, brother.
So you're a black man basically saying that Candace Owens is not invited to the cookout.
No, she can't. She can come to the cookout.
She can come?
Just imagine her trying to do the electric slide, bro.
Oh man, we're gonna have to teach her.
I bet she cooks potato salad with raisins and shit in it.
Oh no, we're gonna have to teach. Hotep car. Candace Owens, we're going to have Sonny Johnson teach her how to electric slide. Either that's going to happen or she's going to get cussed out. One of the two.
Nah, I'll see you at the next Hotep Con. I couldn't make it this year because I was working with a candidate. But man, the woke right is going to be the death of anything that we could possibly accomplish because they underestimate. And what it is the older crowd of the GOP or the Republicans, conservatives, they underestimate the effect of social media because they're not on it. And they underestimate the fact that basically midway, like Gen X and below, live on social media.
Yeah, they do.
And they see the shit that goes on. So I could go to a college campus or go to a bar. I'll be at the college Republicans later today. and they see everything that Charlie Kirk and Jack Posobiec and all them do. And I've been directing them towards you and Sonny and a lot more black conservatives who actually know what the fuck is going on in black communities.
I appreciate it. Appreciate it. All right, let me get to the next caller, bro. Appreciate you, man.
Later, brother.
Hotep and Bill. Sonny said DeRay was the biggest DEI hire ever. Damn, DeRay, you right, it was DeRay. I don't think it was anybody bigger than DeRay. So is it DeRay? So DeRay walked so Candace could run?
Oh, this a real Hotep brother.
Ha ha! Oh shit, DeRay was Candace Owens' predecessor. The fucking DEI prototype. He was the DEI prototype. Then they was like, oh, the shit works. All right, let's bring it to the right now. Oh, that's nasty work. That's nasty work. Let's talk to Candace. I mean, Cannon. Let's talk to Cannon. Get Cannon in here. See what sense he could make of all this. I was just on the timeline. You know what I was doing on the timeline? I'll give you one of the gems that's in my book. So, you know, I have this rule where I don't respond to people. I don't respond to people's opinions. Instead, I just use their shit for content. So if I see you say some shit I disagree with, I'll just go tweet about it. Like, oh, this nigga's a crackhead. Without, you know, it's like subtweeting without subtweeting. Because I'm talking about all of y'all. So like this one. A society on cannabis will be more productive than a society on alcohol. You know, it's just a common thing. And it's just like, oh, okay, good, free engagement. You know, coffee drinkers and crackheads addicted to caffeine. I think I saw Lex Friedman tweet about his cup of coffee, and this was like a sub. This is like a sub tweet to Lex Friedman. You know, so thanks to Lex Friedman for the free content. It's one of these, you know, little hacks. Cannon, what's up, bro?
What's up, yo? Y'all better leave Candace alone, yo. Sonny was on fire, bro.
Oh my God.
She threw hot grits on them niggas.
Word. Oh man, scolding.
Oh man, coming to the Daily Wire's roster is going to be Hebrew's Been Told You, Handgun Speaks, and No She Didn't with Sonia Johnston.
Sonia Johnson.
Yo, it's crazy, but man, Elijah Safer, yo, he been grifting since grifting been grifting, yo.
Yeah.
He the same dude that got famous for getting his ass whooped at a protest. I remember when he first got famous.
Oh
he
yeah,
got
that is him.
He got his ass beat, and he was grifting off his ass whooping, and then
I think Jonah
Glenn
brought
Beck
that up last time.
co-signing him a little bit.
You said who? Oh, Glenn Beck.
Yeah, he started co-signing them a little
That's
bit,
cool.
and then next thing you know, you had some stuff going on with them.
That's
it's,
cool.
It's crazy. It's just all grifting, man.
Yeah.
Straight up. That's all it is. He trying to be a shock jock is what he's trying to do. You all that shock value. He don't even believe the shit that he say.
Correct. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
as far as the little girl, though, like, that's the thing, right? She probably, because that little girl was probably a nerd. She was nerdy. She knew some language. She's probably super smart. They probably picked on her.
Yeah.
They picked on that little girl until she couldn't take it no more, and she beat the shit out
And
of
then
her.
she snapped. And it's always the quiet, smart motherfuckers you got to stay away from. They be minding their own business. You keep fucking with them, keep fucking with them, keep fucking with them. And then one day she snaps and you're like, why'd you do that to me? It's like, nigga, you see I got goals, motherfucker?
But that's the thing, right? And then, like, when I grew up, my father said, you ever get in a fight in school, you make an example out of that nigga, so you ain't never got to fight no more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that girl got an example made out of her, and guess what? I bet they ain't gonna mess with Shorty no more. Ain't nobody gonna want to take that ass whooping. You know what I mean? So like, and y'all, and you know, salute to that girl. And it's crazy how they hold that double standard, like Goldstein said. So y'all all for Daniel Penny, which I'm for Daniel Penny getting off too. He did what he had to do. But at the same token, now all of a sudden y'all want to demonize this little black girl for being bullied and standing up for herself, the shit that y'all supposed to be advocating for.
Sick.
You know what I mean?
Sick.
You know what I mean? She's standing up for herself. Now she a delinquent and all this other stuff. She probably smarter than most of the people talking about her.
Somebody in the chat says, sounds like Israel and Hamas.
Hey, y'all tripping. And then the last thing, like, I know you was talking about the health stuff yesterday and stuff like that, and I kind of touched on it a little bit on my stream last night. Like the what's it called? The food pyramid is up. It should be upside down. You feel me? It's like that standard American diet be detriment to us black folks. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I was talking about it on the stream, but as far as coffee, I'm like Goldstein, yo. I didn't fuck with coffee until I started doing like keto and stuff, and then I started fucking with coffee as a pre-workout. Just straight black coffee. And then if I wanted to use coffee as a appetite suppressant, it would just be black coffee, heavy whipping cream, and coconut oil. And I would drink that. Like I was telling people, like the way you eat, it is detrimental.
It's
I
the
got
fuel.
a neighbor, and like I said, I got a neighbor, right? My neighbor, he in like the first stages of dementia.
Damn.
And right. So, but when you brought up that article, I remember reading an article some years ago. It might have been 2014 when I was really getting into stuff, because I started like on Instagram, like showing people that keto worked and it wasn't gonna fucking kill me, like everybody kept saying it was. And the article I read, it was in Australia, this 84-year-old man was in the last stages of dementia. His wife started feeding him a high-fat diet. What I mean by high-fat, coconut oil, avocado oil, avocados, nuts, seeds, fruits and vegetables, stuff like that, right? Because you can be on keto and not eat animal fats or animal meats.
Yeah.
You can do that. So she did this, and his Alzheimer's and all that stuff went into remission. He went into remission just by changing his diet and getting him off the sugar and the carbohydrates. So I told my neighbor about it, and they supposed to, hopefully they try it out, but they supposed to try it to see if it'll help get his cognitive function and all that other stuff back. But it's all in what you eat. You know what I mean? Straight up. Like some people's bodies respond to certain things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some people's
That's
bodies
why
respond negatively.
that's why we got flow. Brain food.
You know?
It's the
There
things
you
you
go.
need to support your brain and what they do. You know what I'm saying? Let your brain do what it do. This ain't nothing but brain food. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And I know that, yep, and I know that when I jump on keto and I eat moderate protein, meaning I might have one meal with like beef heart or something like that.
Yeah.
And the rest of my day might just be vegetables and water and stuff like that. I feel like fucking Superman.
Yeah.
Y'all see the videos that I put on my stream? I'm fucking strong when I'm eating like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's what my body responds to, you know, to those types of foods. And a lot of our bodies respond to foods like that if you give it a shot. Stop listening to these doctors out here, these fat ass doctors out here who telling you how to be healthy.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean? Anyway, don't forget y'all. Hotepson told you tonight, 8:00. After Hotepson told you, it's the after party on Candace Hotep channel and Hotep TV, guys. Anyway, I ain't gonna take up any more time, yo. Hotep and Bill.
Hotep and Bill. Cannon. He right. He right. I had to go to the grocery store this morning. I picked up beets, red kale, carrots, and cucumber. And I threw some cilantro in there, a little bit of cilantro. You know what I'm saying? Juiced that, and then I had my energy shake. Today we threw the moringa in the energy shake today. There's some moringa in the energy shake today. So we had the moringa straight from Tanzania. Cola nut, banana, oat milk, and chocolate. You know, I throw the chocolate in it, the whole chocolate bars. That's why Strong Dad was talking to me about chocolate. Stephen calling. But yeah, you know, you got to put good fuel in your body, you know. And then after that, I had I would say not a quarter of a melon, probably like a 1/8 of a melon. Okay. You know, and then after that, I'm gonna eat again. But everything I'm putting in my body is just fuel. It's just fuel. And I feel so good. I feel really good. You know. Said high sugar, watch that kale, gonna get kidney stones. Don't worry. We good.
Airway to
You gotta do red
To
Cal.
accept, press 1. To send a voice.
And you gotta vary your shit. You can't always do the same shit. Yo, who that?
What's up?
Steven.
Oh, what's up? Hey,
What-
Jay, how are you?
Hey, what's up, man? How you feeling, bro?
I'm all right, man. One of your mods told me to call in earlier when you were on a rant about those girls getting in that fight. And I think, man, it's I don't know how you see that as the injustice. Because I look at it like it feeds into a lot of negative stereotypes on both sides of that situation. There's that camp that I see on Twitter that's like, oh, look at black people just lack the ability to have self-control and act on emotion and whatnot. And then the other one, funny, which is kind of something I said jokingly, was like, but this girl deserves the ass whooping for being up in that crowd in the first place. But how is that justice for? It makes the black community look bad. It's my kind of my take on it. Like it feeds into a lot of that.
Makes them look bad to who?
To the people who it's basically just as far as like what I've been seeing online. It's the validating. People like Nick Fuentes or Anthony Cumia. These people that just keep incessantly posting this type of violence and saying, see, this is what I told you. We can't be around these people. This kind of mindset. And it's just like, oh, dude. And that's the kind of stuff that gets so many clicks.
But aren't you one of them?
Not necessarily, man. And I've had my own experiences with this kind of stuff. Like,
You said wait, stop right there. Wait, was it? Because you said you feel bad for the girl because why was she even? What'd you say? Around them or in that environment? What'd you say?
It's one of the jokes that I've been seeing online, which is like, this is what this little white girl.
But you
gets
said you feel bad for her because she's around those type of people or something like that. No, or you don't agree with that?
I don't really feel bad for her. I mean, like you go around fucking with people, and that's what you're gonna get. I've been in my share of fights and whatnot, but
Okay.
like I said, I think the whole thing kind of reinforces negative stereotypes, and that's the kind of thing that concerns me. And a little bit of history about myself, just a brief little history. I live in the Bay Area, and I lived in Oakland like 5 years ago. And myself and my girlfriend at the time, we got our asses whooped by these four guys, and they beat my ass, they beat her ass, and spit on us, and told us that they did it because we were white. They told us to get our cracker asses to a cracker ass neighborhood, is what they said. And you know what? I'll tell you what, man, it was the last time I dated a liberal woman, because it was her fucking mouth that got us in that problem, in that situation in the first place. But, and so I got the hell out of Oakland, man, because I don't want to find myself involved in situations like that. And what got us in the situation, aside from my ex-girlfriend's mouth, was, and you're going to laugh about this, but I honked at a dude in traffic because he was screwing around and blocking traffic, and I honked at him, and we exchanged words, and I thought it was over, but my ex-girlfriend kept running her mouth, and this dude and his boys cornered us in our doctor's office, hit the lobby of our doctor's office, and beat our asses. I mean, so I do, this kind of stuff does hit home with me, just the kind of random violence, but if there's a whole backstory about this girl getting bullied, and I've been there. I was the kid that got bullied, and I whooped my bully's ass, and all the bullying stopped. So I get that side of it. Where do you go with all that?
Oh my God, Steven. Oh shit. Y'all experienced the fuck around and find out policy. You witnessed it firsthand.
I don't honk my horn at black people anymore, man.
Oh man.
They told me this is why we're beating your ass. Honk at us in traffic, bro. And I'm like, all right.
Honking at us in traffic.
Well, like I said, there was a back and forth too after that, and
Running your mouth. You was running your mouth. Then your girl started running her mouth. The white woman got you in trouble. How many times did the Hoteps have to tell you the white woman will either create something great or destroy it? That's how women are. Women are Jean Grey. They will either create something great or destroy something great. That's the power they have.
That's right. And she thinks she's operating under this with this.
So the problem wasn't Oakland. The problem was your girl.
That's true.
That's the problem. You're doing too much yapping to the wrong motherfucker.
And you know what's funny, man? When we walked into my doctor's office and she was still flipping them off and grabbing her crotch, being a lady, being a lady. I told her, I said, you're going to get a shot.
See, acting all brave, getting the man in trouble. You see what I'm saying? So, so let's talk about the video, right? You're talking about the girl in high school, whatever, right? And what are you saying? It makes black people look bad? I disagree. I think it makes us look like we follow the laws of Odin.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Y'all niggas on some other shit. We on some fuck around and find out shit. And it's like, it's really realism. What did the Odin principle say? Realism versus what? Hold on, let me find it again.
I don't know. I'm not that kind of white person.
No, I'm just saying, like, either because remember Goldstein said some of us are tapped into that program instinctually, right? And I want to show you something. It says realism versus what is better than dogmatism, right? Realism is better than dogmatism is what he said. And I'm a realist. It's just like I don't have beliefs. Show me something dope, and I'll rock with it until I see something else that's better. Right? I'm not the science is settled kind of guy. You see what I'm saying? So when we look at a situation, I'm not looking at it from one point of view. I'm looking at it from all points of views. And one point of view is to look at it and say, how does this make black people look? That's one way to look at it. Another way to look at it is, if you keep fucking with me, I'm going to fuck you up. I kind of like that reputation. That's a reputation that the Italian mob carried, and people love that shit. That's the type of attitude that Caesar had, and people love that shit. That's the type of attitude that Leonidas had, and Xerxes, and people love that shit. It sounds to me, you're talking to a bunch of conquerors.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
It sounds to me you're talking about the people who create civilizations, who build strong families, who build strong communities. You come into my community, you might get fucked up. It sounds like a really good policy to me.
I was just going to say that.
It sounds a lot like build the wall. It sounds like if they cross the border, it sounds like good border control. That's what it sounds like to me. That's what it sounds like to me. And it sounds like it's not us that has the bad principles. It's the people complaining about us that had the bad principles, because you'd be asking yourself, why don't you have a fuck around and find out policy? That's what you need to be asking yourself. How come people can walk around your neighborhoods and do whatever the fuck they want? You should be concerned with that, right?
True.
Okay. So you can either look at this through a lens that's, feminine, or, you took your Apex today. If you took your Apex today, I'm looking at this shit like, shit happens. Motherfuckers get shot every day, B. I really don't know what you want me to do with this. If this, again, George Floyd, what did everybody do with George Floyd? They looked into his past and they saw nothing but crime. Okay? Fine. You got this little girl. She speaks 45 languages. She got a perfect score in the SATs. She done built a rocket ship that go to the moon and back. And y'all saying, oh, we got to lock this person up and not be lenient on this potential productive American. This is where y'all slip up. This is a productive American. that could produce for our economy and for our nation, our great nation, this great democracy. But we should lock them up because what? Because what? And all of a sudden her track record doesn't matter? How does her track record no longer matter? That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense. In any other case, you look at somebody's track record and you go, hey, look, this is your first offense. We're looking at you. Looks like you're a productive individual. It's not like you get in trouble in the school. And you know what? The girl that you beat up, she was the one causing all the trouble in the school. So we got one productive member in the society that's like, look, we got an unproductive member of society. Maybe we need to put this dog down.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Or smack some sense into the motherfucker. This is where we at. If you are acting in the interest of an American, if you are acting in the interest of a nation, if you are a nationalist and you care about this country and you got somebody that could be potential great net positive for your community, and somebody keep fucking with them and keep fucking with them and keep fucking with them, to one day they snap and say, yo, leave us productive individuals alone. Now it's a problem because she's black. That makes no fucking sense at all. And what we're supposed to say, oh, but please, make sure she doesn't look bad in front of the whites. Make sure white people don't think, look at what the white people say. Anthony Cumia is sharing videos about this, and I can't stand it. Look what the white people are doing. I don't give a fuck about no Anthony Cumia. I don't even know who the fuck that is. Fuck these motherfuckers. They don't exist. The only thing that exists is everything inside the walls of Hotepistan.
Hotep, you're a genius.
That's the only thing that fucking exists. Y'all keep talking about, Anthony Cumia and this motherfucker, and that mother, a bunch of trolls. They broke. They got to get them Elon bucks. Let them niggas go troll and do all the shit that they want to do and be the X division of the woke right. That don't mean I got to change how I view the situation. We do not want a situation where the new image of black people is you can keep fucking with them and they don't want to do nothing. That's a very bad image if you ask me.
Hotep, you're a genius.
I never want to be one of those people. You know who else is one of those people? The Jews. Oh, the Jews. They got to fuck around and find out policy too, and I like that.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Okay. Maybe white people need to check where they fuck around and find out policy is at.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
It's not us that got the motherfucking problem. It's not the blacks and it's not the Jews. It's you. Stop acting like a bitch. Go get your chips and throw something on the table and let's play some poker. Like, where we at right now? Is we playing a game or is you a player hater? Because it sounds like a whole lot of softness and you need your apex. Are you on the apex? I don't think you're on the apex.
No.
See what this is the problem. This is the problem. Get your apex, hit the gym, and let's get right. And you'll start seeing the world a whole lot more different. Shit start to look different. I'm telling you, it's going to clear your fucking mind up.
Fair enough.
Did I make sense though? I just hope I was able to communicate that well. You know, I tend to yell and get passionate, but it's not personal. It's more towards the argument. So I just want to make sure that, you know, you understood me well.
I got you, man. Yeah.
My nigga.
I got you.
My nigga. Do you agree though?
I do, man. But you know, I just don't see that anybody can be absolved in this situation. I can't. At some point in time, a community's got to take responsibility for its people, right?
A community.
Well, I mean,
a community's supposed to take responsibility for some little girl.
Well, let me. All right. Well, strike that. Strike that. Reverse it. How about, like, we got to look into the parents in the situation, right? Is that kind of where all this comes from? This violence? And dude, honestly, in your opinion, do you think that beating was maybe a little bit too excessive? Like, you got to crack someone's skull? I mean, the shit was over when she hit the ground, right? Like,
you listen, sir. Listen to me. You know, you ever see like somebody that's just quiet and smart, And he don't fuck with nobody and he don't say nothing to nobody?
That was me as a kid.
Okay, leave them the fuck alone, okay? Because then what happens is you keep fucking with them, and then they are going to snap. You see, what you don't understand about anger isn't some place that you have logic. Logic and anger does not share a bed.
Right.
So you talking to me about logic. Well, where was the fucking logic every time the cop shot somebody? Wasn't no fucking logic. They were scared as shit. They pulled their gun out and they shot, and you protect that shit. They didn't even square up. The cop ain't even square up. He pulled his gun out, pulled his taser out. Here was a bitch. It's 2v1, and they didn't square up. And you mad because niggas is squaring up. That makes no sense. That makes no sense. Well, she should be more logical while she's angry. That makes no sense, bro. Do you hear yourself?
Well, how do you prosecute that then? Do you just say, hey, she's just a kid who lost control. She's angry. She doesn't get tried as an adult. We hope she does great stuff with her life. See you later. I mean, I guess that's the world we live in.
Only God could judge me. Tupac told you.
Right.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
That's not for us to judge. This is the problem with white folks. Y'all think y'all opinions is the judge in the matter. Mind your fucking business. This shit ain't got nothing to do with you, and y'all made it a story. Why? Because it was a black versus white, and the white people got their ass whooped, and you mad about it. That's the only reason why this is a story. Because you're crying. This is your tears. These are your woke right tears. That's why this is even a story. Nobody gave a fuck till y'all brought this shit up. Now it's national news. Now it's on the Grift Report. And what do you want us to do with that? You want us to be the judge of some random incident that we don't even live near? I don't even know these people. I ain't never met her mama before. I'm not the community. You're not the community. You're not the community for the white girl that got her ass whooped. Or are you?
Isn't the issue, though, the leniency on how this girl's being treated?
Leniency? I don't think they being lenient enough.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
The fuck is wrong with you? Get that girl the fuck up out that detention center. She know 85 languages. Are you fucking shitting me? Somebody buy this girl a fucking science lab. What are we doing right now? Are you serious?
All right. I mean, time will tell.
Time not gonna tell. God gonna tell.
Alhamdulillah.
Allah, the Most High gonna tell. Y'all that's the problem with white folks. Y'all got this superiority complex that's really just a mask for your inferiority complex. But because you have this complex, you try to, manage your ego from the superior side. There's no balance to it all. So from your superior side, you guys think you got to be the judge of it all. Oh, well, what do we think about this? What do we think about that? How about you just get back in the fucking car and drive the fuck off? Y'all always want to hop out and investigate. And well, I think my opinion matters. Well, I have something to say about it. This is the psychosis y'all motherfuckers got. When the truth is, nobody gives a fuck about you. Every real man has understood this lesson. Nobody gives a fuck about you. And that transcends race. So this isn't a white versus black thing. This is a very beta thing. This is simpness. You have a simpness sickness.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
I'm going to diagnose you with simpness sickness. That's bad. You're going to need some Apex. You're going to need Apex. You're going to need at least a year. At least a year of Apex in the gym. I can't do nothing with this, Steven. I can't do nothing with this.
All right.
All right?
All right, man.
I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, man. Same.
You the man. Did I go too hard on Steven? I like Steven. Steven's a good guy. Steven's a good guy. Ladies and gentlemen, the woke right. Did I go too hard on him? Low T is toxic masculinity. Yo, listen, I can't do nothing for him, man, other than the Apex in the gym. That's just the starting point, you know? No? All right. Y'all know how I do. I just, I just want to make sure, Because people be like, yo, you be going in, lighten up on your... Somebody be like, yo, lighten up on your fans. I'm like... Listen, this is all you could become part of the show that quickly. This is how it happens, But I like Steven, man. Shout out to Steven. Shout out to Steven.
Call from
Spotless, what's up, man?
What's going on, man? What's the word?
What am I supposed to do with that, yo? Did I go too hard on him?
I was just going to say, Steven a grown man. He might have a curable situation, but he's a grown man. He stood in the pocket and took all of it.
Yeah, true. Word.
And that's to what these conversations are always revolve around. It's like, are you a man or not? Like, sometimes we're going to disagree, and the points that we take is going to be diametrically opposed. You know what I mean? And we talk forceful when we talk at times because we're passionate about the idea. Like I go through the same shit all the time, and it's like once you understand that this is not a personal thing, this is like a intellectual volley.
Yeah.
And I'm being forceful against the subject matter.
It's the subject matter. It's not you. It's not you.
Right.
Right.
And
Word.
that's so hard when you're dealing with a feminine energy. Because that's the type of conversation you would get in with your woman, but not your
homie. Yeah.
No, we boys, like I push you over. Just like I push my friend in the sand and he'll laugh when he's 7 years old.
Yeah.
A girl do that to a girl. Well, maybe not, but not with force. Not like.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be a thing. Girls gonna go around nut checking, slapping each other in the city, like baking like they each other and shit.
Yeah.
Like, so it is what it is. I don't think you went too far. As far as with the girl, I wish she didn't slam her head, but the
yeah, me too. Me too.
It was like no foul or like a bang bang play in basketball. It's like, all right, well, like you went on the and you went on the attack and they kind of beat you down.
Yeah.
It ain't like stand over her, stomp her head, and nobody brought like. She blacked out and she did that. Okay, but it was like, okay, you incurred that wrath on you, so you got to deal. Yeah. I think what happened with the MTG shit now?
MTG. We talked about it. That was last week news.
I just wanted because I ain't get the call in. I just wanted.
Okay. Go ahead. Oh, that's right. You was in the meeting.
Yeah. That's another example of, even though they women, she incurred that because she started talking that type of shit. So she started talking the personal attack about the eyelash. You could tell she was thinking about that shit for long as hell, and she needed to get that in.
You're talking about the black chick, Jasmine.
Yeah, so
yeah.
She said slick shit about her eyelashes. She was hoping I was going to just go, but she's like, nah, we're gonna adjust this. Yeah, she had to get called the shorty. You roasted her real good with the BBBB, the
the alliteration. Big back, big body, bitch.
Yeah, she did that. I mean, sometimes that's the equivalent of getting your head slammed.
Right. It's gonna happen.
Sometimes you're gonna get embarrassed for wilding out.
Yeah.
But
my thing is with, how do you measure someone's fear, right? Because just because someone's big doesn't mean that they can't be fearful of someone smaller than them for whatever reason, right? And we see that in nature where there's this relationship between rodents and elephants, at least according to lore, right? And there can be fears, associated with violence.
Right.
Maybe she's abused in somewhere else. You know what I mean? You never know why she has a fear of violence. So when you back a dog into a corner, it's going to bite. And sometimes when you back people into a corner, it's just like, yo, look, man, I gotta get this off me because I'm tired of coming to school scared every day. You know what I'm saying? I got to release this fear. And this is such an easy defense. And again, it's not for us to judge. And I don't know why people want to argue this shit.
Yeah, man. I think that's a level one kind of way at it with the make whatever community look bad. That's it's an understandable mistake, but it's kind of like a rudimentary kind of way of thinking of it. Because after a while, it's like, fuck it, whatever.
Nah, they identify as white, so this is to them this is some racial shit, and nobody's looking at this racially. You got to be a nincompoop to look at that situation racially. Has nothing to do with race. It has everything to do with an isolated incident. That's none of our business.
And I think that the mistake is thinking there's like some one monolithic type of body of community or whatever. Like nobody got a monopoly on that. So it's like you ain't making us look bad. Like it's just them and they tribe of people or whoever they are.
Yeah.
I don't think no one person could lift everybody, and no one person could tear anybody down.
Yeah. All right. I'm about to get out of here. Get ready for the night.
Hey, sir.
All right. What's up and Bill? Everybody tore it down today. Steven. I don't even know what to do with you. I want to say I know your type. But I'm trying to give you the benefit of the doubt. Because that's just the type of guy I am. I want to give you the benefit of the doubt. But it's just too feminine. There's no other way to say it. I'm trying to say it a different way. I don't think there's another way to say it. It's just too fucking feminine. You got a simp and a sickness. I really think that's it. I mean, it can't be anything else. Oh, you think the judge wasn't too lenient? Like, beyond the argument of what happened, the fact that you're so invested in it makes it gossip. It makes you chatty patty, as they say in Harlem. You chatty patty. Like, we not finna sit up here and argue about two little girls having a high school fight. Like, this is what we doing? You a grown man. That's what you called in for? You called in for that? Why would you do that? That's such a waste of my time. That's such a waste of your time. Forget my time. That's such a waste of your time. You should have asked me a business question. I could have fucking helped you launch a business or something. And that's what you chose? I want to call in and argue about some little girls. All right. Don't you think the judge should have been more stringent? She's black, damn it. She's a big black bitch. We gotta put her down. Just woke right. That's all that is. It's just pure woke right, man. You need to stay around this though. We're gonna, slowly get that out of you. Apex, get you some, man. This is Apex is testosterone support, okay? But it's got 3 key elements that makes this formula very sexy. First of all, it has something called saponins, okay? And those are basically nature's steroids, quote unquote, okay? Makes your body, helps your body with muscle growth and also like muscle soreness, okay? The other thing is we going right down there to the libido. Pause, no homo. It's providing that area of your body with, some of the things that support what that part of the body does. Okay. Energy. Black Maca. Black Maca is in this. Black Maca warriors took this. This why you want to take this. Okay. Because milky oats, it's got milky oats and black maca, right? But the perfect blend, okay? Now, milky oats was what the knights in the UK was using back in, their day, chivalry and all that, sword fighting. They was on the milky oats, okay? Cowboys was on the milky oats, right? Then you got the black maca, and that's the all those tribes of Inca and all of that. The Incan Empire, black maca was their magic trick. That was their magic plant. Black maca. You gotta go way up in the mountains to go get it. Okay. And then it got a Hotep ingredient in here. I don't think I ever told you this, but it's on my website. It's on menofwater.com. Has something in there called fenugreek. You know what I mean? And they left some in King Tutankhamun's tomb. His tomb, they left fenugreek in there to show you how important that was to his life. Okay? So I believe that it might be a good start. Just maybe, if you got the Apex, if you hit the gym, menofwater.com, 30% off. I got the coupon running on the screen, Steven. How you ain't take it yet? I'm trying to figure out how you watching the show and you ain't got no Apex. That's crazy. Those two things go together. Grift Report and Apex. It'll change your view and everything. You start thinking like a man, maybe. Psych Tyson said, AJ, I'm on 2 day of Apex. I knocked off three broads and benched a Honda 2000. I'm also not racist anymore. Incredible. See what I'm saying? The proof is in the pudding. Fully endorse the product. 30% off. We may or may not have a sale this week. Memorial Day. Hint, hint. Memorial Day sale. Go to the website and subscribe. Get you a little coupon. Support the troops. Support the nation. Patriotism and all of that. Capitalism, motherfucker. Free markets. That's what this shit is about. But I think you need to start with the Apex. Start with the Apex. Do some push-ups. Do some pull-ups. And then come back. And then I think you'll start to see the world different. I really do. I really think you'll start to see the world different if you just stepped into your manliness. You got to step into that. It's a role, some big shoes to fill, but you got to step into that. You feel me? You got to start being responsible for yourself. You got to be responsible for yourself, and you got to have a player's mentality. You got to have a player's mentality, bro. And to me, it just sounds like you got to play a hater's mentality, and that's never good. Nobody likes player haters, especially the women. It drives the yoni up. Being a player hater drives the yoni up. Girls don't like it. Nobody likes it. It's not conducive with fun, You feel what I'm saying? Charlemagne is on Megyn Kelly today. I am in Utah, so not sure if I'll see it until tomorrow, but I'll let you know how it goes. Uh-oh. Trish is a big fan of Megyn Kelly. I can never talk bad about Megyn Kelly because Trish will cuss me out. Uh-oh. He's doing his rounds. Psych Tyson said, I am now a flow tap. I'm beyond racism. Shout out to my flow taps. Make sure you get your flow. Make sure you get your flow. You know what I mean? Support that brain cognition. What a show. We're back tonight, 8 p.m. Uncle Hotep. 8 p.m. with Uncle Hotep. We're going to see what's going on. You know, I don't know what type of energy we're bringing tonight, but it's got to be epic after today's show. You know? Let me shout out my supers. Shout out to Alex. Blue Collar Intellectual, appreciate you. Jimmy Das, appreciate you. Stay Gold Radio, appreciate you. Jazzy, Pun, Jabari, salute. Shout out to all the producers, Jason and Jason, Jabari, Judah, Taylor, Chad. You know the squad. Oh, man. I'm going to go relax. Get prepared for tonight, 8 p.m. Hit the like and subscribe button, all the bells and whistles and shit. You know what I mean? Just don't hit the dislike button. And I'll see y'all then, man. Be well. Stay merry. Tell somebody in your family that you love them. And as always, Hotep and Bill.
Welcome to the 4th annual Grifties and the first ever live Grifty Awards. And now for your hosts, Uncle Hotep and Hotep Jesus.
Yo, no George, but I can't even breathe in this joint.
That's fucked up. He working on that Coon of the Year award.
Black people, am I right?
We've got some great categories tonight, including athlete.
We'll say what's up to your dad.
Seasons COVID-19.
Who did you want? Hamlin? Hamlin's a sleeper. Hamlin's a sleeper.
Female, musical, celebrity, people's political grifty, the Hall of Fame, and a surprise category.
Y'all see we professional. We got the teleprompter and shit. And of course, the one everyone is waiting for, Grifter of the Year Award.
From podcasts to movies.
DJ Protocol.
Yeah, DJ, that's the time to do it.
This is not a grift. I really think Lil Nas X is a gay demon.
How dare you? Unlike most modern award shows, none of these women have penises.
Women shouldn't speak anyways.
Y'all picked the blackest room for a black. Paint the walls white so I can see y'all next time.
All coons look alike to me. Some of you white people too. Some of y'all look like you came from 8 Mile.
We're halfway through. No one's been shot yet.
But I'm going to say at the Grifty Awards, there's only one person more arrogant, more self-assured than me, and that's Hotep Jesus.
Grifter of the Year. Clap it up for old Uncle Hotep.
Hopefully my kids will watch this and be inspired and stuff like that.
Fuck them kids.
I'm looking for my wallet. I'm like, oh, thank God he didn't take it. Thank God.